Alright, so when we left off, y'all had just escaped from a hole in the ground with some orcs in it. Austen nearly died.
Woo.
Many problems occurred, but y'all came out on top. Y'all lived. Did y'all decide on how to split the loot that I gave y'all?
No.
Would you like to decide on that now?
Yes.
Even later.
Alright, because y'all got 300 GP and a staff of healing.
I think the staff of healing should go to the healer. I don't know if anyone else thinks that makes sense.
I don't think that makes sense.
You are the
That's fair.
healer.
Yes,
I'm the
Marshall
healer.
is
What
the
is
You
the
healer.
use
staff?
a staff
You're
of
free to
healing.
speak at any time.
What is a
I
staff?
know, but I'm not a part of
healing
this. I don't want to like interrupt your
Heal.
listeners.
do? No, I
and start
need you
chiming
to
in.
tell me what it.
I think our listeners are just us.
You can
Oh,
look it up.
Just
Good.
a point
Or
of
you could tell me 'cause
notion.
you're the one telling
In
me I need it.
situations where you need a lot of healing, generally having an item that does healing by itself, not using the healer's action, is sometimes a good idea.
Do y'all even know what a staff of healing does? Did
No.
anybody
I do.
bother to look into what a staff of healing
It
does?
heals people.
We're going to ask that after Alice is finished.
I got it.
Let's
of
flip through my book real quick.
Healing,
I assumed it healed people.
It
You're
does, but it
correct.
has a catch. What the hell is
Only
this?
I assumed someone
Okay,
would need magic to use
okay, so staff has 10 charges, requires attunement by a bard, cleric, or druid.
it. I am none of those.
You got any bards, clerics, or druids?
Looks like we don't have any of those, so unless the DM is like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and waive that necessity, then we have something that's only useful by selling it.
Guess y'all are just selling it.
I've always said
Okay, DM,
How much does it work? It says rare.
it's rare, so we might get something out of it.
the town.
Oh, also, can I get a quick intro on characters so I can get some rough?
Oh, yeah, right.
Just like race and class real quick.
I am a ranger Elijah.
I am a sorcerer, Genasi.
Marshall.
I'm a warlock, celestial warlock, dragon
Okay.
warrior.
Kenku Rogue Mastermind. Do you enforce Kenku talking rules?
Yes.
Oh, damn. That's... Shout out to people who do that, because they deserve it. They deserve some props. Like, there's no way not like to do that.
This is too quiet. We need some jams.
You're supposed to
You want
provide
some,
the
would you
jams
like
for
some
that.
jazz?
I did not.
Matt, what is this?
I got y'all.
Matt, what is this?
Oh, it's actually diced apple.
What?
I'd like to add
Why did you send this to me?
Thanks to Marshall's
Don't you
earlier
like it?
comment.
I mean,
Name is
do you
Tom
have
Pasta.
some for me?
Right, pasta?
Mhm.
Alright.
I don't have any apples.
So, alright. Also, yes, a new challenger approaches, Alice!
Hi. Hi, other people who will probably never listen to this. If you are listening to this, hello. If you're not,
Alice is currently playing no one. She's just kind of chilling.
I can make up a character on the spot if you want.
I asked y'all if you wanted to play the nameless NPCs.
I don't want to play nameless NPCs.
It's not random. It's not
Just
nameless.
give them names.
I have
name
a
is
blank
Rando
character
Calrissian.
sheet.
Alright.
Knock it over.
I'm not playing. We're not playing.
This is Cards Against Humanity.
We're not playing cards.
It's just any character. Any random.
Alright, so we have a useless stack of healing, and then how much gold?
300.
300.
Just split between 5 people.
4
Alright,
people.
4 people. We've established we don't have a character.
I know Tragedy's stats by heart. You want to fight me?
Yes!
So
Because this is my world!
So how much gold are we?
I'm saying like if you wanted a character to
what
have a
is-
character.
No, I get you, but nah.
You're
That's
good.
a good question.
what class would Lando be?
That
Yeah.
was a rogue.
75.
Not a bard?
We just
Okay.
get
That's
75.
a good point.
Wow, this is
I think he's a multi-class. I think he's got a little bit of rogue, but he's mostly rogue.
Alright, silence, silence please.
Not
So, we're not gonna get started now. So, yeah, y'all
I'll take.
beat the orcs, more or less. Coughs and looks at Austen.
Real good. Most
Um,
damage.
I'll hold on to the healing staff.
y'all managed to get a good amount of the supplies from y'all's caravan back to you salvaged a good amount of it. Some of it wasn't really useful anymore, but you salvaged what you could, and y'all continue on your path to Oasis. It's about like early evening now as y'all arrive in the town of Oasis. As y'all arrive, y'all see that the town is like very, very heavily, what's the word? Fortified. They have like makeshift. Well, not I wouldn't necessarily say makeshift, but crude, I guess. I don't know a better way to say. Like walls surrounding the place, like basically walls you would see like in war times that aren't like that you could just peek up over it. They aren't like city walls or anything like that. Nothing special, nothing extravagant. Just
Jersey walls.
I guess I don't know what that
That's
means.
what we call them.
Okay, yeah, Jersey walls.
It's like a very low flood barrier, or like Texas walls are the higher ones because
I would say Texas walls. If that's the case, then Texas walls.
it's the border walls.
Yeah, it's like those surrounding it. They've got guards like all around the place. Like people always on patrol. Like lookout towers here and there, keeping watch around everything. Off in the distance, you can just barely see the edge of what looks like the. Actually, no. Y'all see that that a desert has kind of like crept up on this place. Like it's not. Y'all know it's not supposed to be a desert, but it's a desert now.
Desertification.
Pretty much.
It's a real thing, guys.
And as y'all approach the place, a guard stops y'all, and he stops y'all. Who's driving? I'm guessing Marshall. All right. A guard approaches Jorm.
Would you like me to roll for driving?
Nah, you're good for now.
Could I roll for driving, as I also have a proficiency in land vehicles?
No, we've already established that Jorm is driving.
What if I'm backseat?
Do not interrupt! He goes up to Jorm and he says, "State your business."
We're here escorting these fine persons and their supplies as a relief to your wonderful settlement here.
Who do you work for?
That one dude that we all know. Silas.
Simon.
Serious?
Simon.
Steven. No.
I lean
Simon.
forward, yeah.
Simon, that's the guy.
Who's Simon?
Don't
He's
worry.
the leader of this organization that we all work for.
I repeat, what organization?
Closed. We're closed.
Sorry, we're closed.
Proceed. He steps back.
What do you want from me?
He steps back, and he and another guard pull the barricade, pull like the gate apart.
I resolve to talk to Simon at some point and be like, we need like some kind of code word that when they ask us, who are you? You can just respond with this and it's all right.
Sorry, we're closed. That's our code. It's the name of our organization.
Yeah, that's actually what he was looking for.
Well, you didn't. How was I supposed to know that?
Because he asked, "Who do you work for?" Y'all work for
I said
closed.
that, and I said,
You said sorry, we're closed.
yeah, sorry, we're closed.
That was the password. We got in. We did it.
All right, as y'all get into Oasis, y'all see that the place is still very Western style, like very rustic, like about as Western as you get these things. Like you ever seen Trigun, kind of like that. Like basically like a Trigun town.
Furiously looks up Trigun.
As y'all pass through, like as the guard finishes opening up the place, he goes up to y'all and says, "Report to the sheriff. He'll be wanting to speak with you."
Okay.
Could you tell us where he is? I rolled on the window and I'm like, excuse me, can you tell us where the sheriff is?
Shit, what is the place called?
Oasis.
Not the town.
The saloon.
Not the saloon.
The city hall.
Sheriff
Jailhouse, I guess. Wherever the sheriff works.
Sheriff's
I don't know.
office.
Sheriff?
I was gonna say sheriff's office, but I feel like he would be more than
The slammer.
Y'all can find him in the jailhouse.
The brig.
Thank you.
That's on board a
Wait.
ship.
Oh, shit.
This is an airship.
This is not an airship.
Oh, damn it. That's only on a ship.
We're in a
The aircraft
A
carrier.
jeep.
And y'all drive into the city. Y'all are motioned by other guards where to park your car.
Park. Drive through entrance.
Just
Y'all drive into town, and then another
drive
guard
into the
directs you where to
sheriff's
park.
office. Okay.
Um,
Got it. We're in the parking lot.
Exactly.
I would like to exit the vehicle while locking the steering wheel in place and removing the keys.
Okay.
Assuming we have keys.
Y'all do have keys.
Good.
so it's not.
And as y'all
Not
park,
Gundam.
as y'all park, the rest of the caravan people that are able-bodied begin to unload stuff, while a select few of them help escort the injured people to the infirmary.
I would also like to help escort the injured people.
As you approach one of them, they're just like, no, we got it. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
We take care of our own here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We've got more important things to handle right now.
Which
To the sheriff's
Which
office.
season are
Wait.
you right now?
Actually,
Uh,
we're walking, so, do we have a bit of a walk to the sheriff's office? So we
No,
can
y'all can
kinda-
see it from where y'all are standing.
Well, I mean, but how much of the town can we see? What's in the town?
Pretty much all of it. It's not the largest town.
So it's just maybe a general store and a sheriff's office and then housing.
There's housing, there's there's a shop, there's a smith. It's a small town. It's very quaint.
Very quaint.
Very
Right.
quaint.
Okay, to the sheriff's office. Why don't we? Anyone disagree?
nope.
You can say
To
yes
the sheriff's
or no.
office.
Okay, there we go. You can say yes or no, right?
Yes.
Now that you
I'm gonna ask him. You can say yes and no, correct?
Yes.
Good.
All right.
So now we got yes.
Y'all make your way to the sheriff's office. What are y'all doing?
go in the sheriff's office.
I want
Oz would immediately
look
like
around.
to do a perception roll to examine the office.
So y'all are going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We definitely, we've decided we're going to the sheriff's office.
I also wanted to look around the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So.
Y'all walk into the sheriff's office, and y'all see as y'all walk into the jailhouse, that is, y'all see, there's the initial office, and then there's a back, a large, there's no door there. It's just a large open doorway that leads to what y'all can see is a bunch of jail cells. And you just see the sheriff there at his desk writing something.
Describe the sheriff to me.
The sheriff is a human man.
Okay.
He's got your usual cowboy attire.
Uh-huh.
His hat is decorated in teeth.
Okay.
Interesting.
What kind of teeth? Can we tell what kind of teeth?
Y'all can ask.
Nature check.
Are they?
Yeah, I guess you could do a nature check
What
if you
shape are
want.
these teeth?
They're hook shaped
I roll
fangs.
A 15. Do I know?
So like an Australian style.
You think they're snakes, but they're too big to be snakes.
Basilisk.
The large snake teeth.
He's
You
wearing.
ever seen an Australian
He's wearing
style
like.
No.
Please do not speak over me. He's wearing a dark brown duster. He's got a heavy vest on underneath. You can see that he's got the chest gun holster thing. He's got one from sitting down. You think you can see the one strap on his hip, but you can definitely see the strap for the under the arm holster. And as y'all walk in, he just kind of looks up at y'all. His very gruff face, he's along in years. He looks like he's in about his 30s, but he's got a very, very thick beard, very thick facial hair. And he says, "What do you want?"
Well, we were told to report to you when we got here. We're closed.
Oh, y'all are silent people. Okay. I thank y'all for helping us, but I think what would be best is if you just y'all finish your business here. Report to the mayor for now. She'll tell you all if there's anything else in here that needs doing. And y'all are free to leave after tomorrow. Because right now we don't have, it's too late in the day to inspect all the goods. Everyone's tired. Now my men need rest.
Could you point us in the direction of the mayor?
Mayor's office is the biggest building in town, right next door.
Awesome.
Marshal.
Mr. Sheriff, what kind of teeth are those on your hat?
Salamander.
Those look like mighty large salamanders to me.
You ever seen them salamander, boy?
Seen those little ones, like about yay long. Yay long.
Then boy, you sure as hell didn't see no salamander.
Could you recommend a place for us to stay the night?
The saloon's always got rooms usually.
Alright.
Y'all done here?
Yeah.
I think we finished our
Not
business.
I got
Paz, do
work
you
to
have
do.
anything else
Okay.
for the good sheriff here?
No?
Alright, to the next door.
As y'all walk out of the jailhouse, a large half-orc man in roughly the same attire as the sheriff stops y'all. He's like, and you can see that he has a deputy badge on the peck of his shirt. He says, "Excuse me, all the guys from close, right?"
Yes. Sorry, we are closed.
I'm sorry for Sheriff Mitchell's initial response. He's not the nicest guy, but he's very business, and that's about it.
That's fair.
I'm Deputy Austen. I really want y'all to know that we really do appreciate the work that y'all do here. I'm guessing y'all have to go meet with the mayor right now.
Yes. It's nice to meet you.
After y'all do that, I'd like y'all to have dinner at my place.
Oh,
My wife's making soup.
I like soup.
That sounds good.
Your wife makes soup?
Yes,
What kind of soup?
pretty much whatever we can use rations for.
I got a question for you. Do you know what kind of teeth are on the sheriff's hat?
Salamander.
We already got that. And
Yeah, I know. I asked him.
But
and he
I
said
wasn't
something.
sure if he was telling the truth. They're large teeth for a salamander.
All right, out of
We
game.
are clearly having
Have y'all seen? Do y'all know what an actual in-universe salamander is?
Yeah.
I don't.
You do?
I follow.
Okay. So if y'all would like to make a nature check, I can tell y'all. I'll tell y'all what a salamander is.
16.
You would know that a salamander is a fire-breathing lizard that's roughly the size of like a Great Dane.
Oh.
big red
Big
mouth.
boy. I want one of those as my mount. Gonna go ahead and put
They're
that
big.
You want to mount you? Great Danes or?
Like they're big fire lizards.
They're
They're
big
big.
fire lizards.
I feel like we'd get along.
And it doesn't even have the same build as a Great Dane.
Yes.
No, they're like crocodiles, but fire.
Have you ever seen lava dogs from like The Lost City of Atlantis Part 2?
We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
He's like, but yes, please. I insist that y'all come and have dinner with us. I'd like to thank y'all for doing so much for this town.
Sounds good.
We would love to. What time should we come over?
It's getting pretty late, so probably as soon as y'all finish up with the mayor.
Alright.
Right.
I will see you then if you could point
Oh, right.
your house out to us.
Sorry. It's that one right over there, and he just points to a generic house.
I'll take note of that.
And he says, and he tips his hat to y'all, and he walks off.
I pretend to tip my non-existent head.
I tip my little like fire cap.
I tap one of my horns.
Good night, Mike.
No, I'm
All right.
Crocodile Dundee. Good night, Mike.
And so y'all walk into the mayor's office, and kind of a lot like the sheriff's office. It's just a big open room, except a little bit more decorated, a little bit nicer. Y'all can see that like off behind the door is like a kitchen, and the mayor clearly lives here. Just that this central room is like this. What would be the foyer is her office, basically.
Okay.
And y'all can see that she's frantically writing notes. Give me a perception check, all of you.
We always. Oh.
Perception
Yes.
is your wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm. I got 11.
Alright, so I got a 20 total.
20 total.
15.
Y'all two wouldn't notice, but you two would. She looks absolutely exhausted. Like she has seen better days.
I'm gonna tell them, or like put my arm out, be like, hey guys.
Y'all are in her house, by the way. She can hear you. Are you whispering to them?
Yeah, I'll like whisper. It's just like, hey guys, let's be a little light on the questioning here. She looks like she's having a rough time, but we'll definitely make sure what's going on. We know what's going on and see if we can help. Is this still rich?
Can do. I would like to establish that by this point, walking through town has got me. It's not the biggest town, but I'm a little more green around the gills to say. I'm
Spring is a bit nicer, isn't it?
Spring
Spring's
is
the
sprung.
happy mood.
Spring is sprung.
Okay.
So I'm a joyful boy.
So y'all walk in and she just keeps writing whatever it is she's writing. She's clearly writing something on like a blank piece of paper. So
I'm gonna knock.
she just kind of looks like, huh?
Something wood nearby.
And when she looks up, y'all can clearly tell that she's actually female. And she just says, sorry. Can I help you? She is. I realize I didn't tell you what she is. She is a silver dragonborn.
Okay. I'm going to enthusiastically walk up to the desk and introduce us by saying, sorry, we're closed. And stick my hand out for a handshake.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. She rubs her eyes and it's just like, I'm sorry. I haven't gotten much rest lately. Did y'all already report to the sheriff?
We did indeed.
Okay,
But the
good.
sheriff and the deputy.
Okay. All right.
Punishment of the gate.
All right. That's good. Thank goodness. That means the shipment got here. Is everything okay? Shipment arrived. Was there any problems?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
Everything is good.
Y'all seem a little bit unsure.
We hit a bit of a bump in the road most of the way here. Some orcs tried to ambush us.
Please tell me nobody died.
Nobody died. We did lose a car or two, but
Oh, thank God.
people are intact. They're getting the medical attention they need as we speak.
What about the supplies?
We did lose a car or two, but we got most of the stuff here.
Damn it. It's fine. You said most of it got here, right?
Most of it did indeed.
Okay, good.
There's water bottles.
Those orcs didn't stand a
Ton of water
chance.
bottles.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all. I'll be sure to send a thank you note to Simon as well as log everything. Right first thing tomorrow. But yeah, y'all are free to stay in town as long as you like.
Sounds good to me. We appreciate the kindness.
Yes, we greatly appreciate your hospitality.
Yes, thank you so much for helping this town. Oh my goodness.
How are things?
I'm gonna choose not to answer that right now.
Not that plus. I'm gonna seeing that this conversation is pretty much over. I'm gonna extend my hand for a second handshake.
She extends it.
Like-
She doesn't really grasp your hand. She just kind of like puts her hand in yours.
Dead fish.
She's just too tired.
Pleasure doing business with you, Madam Mayor. And if there's anything else you need us to do, please stay in touch.
I will. Thank you. And then she gets back to work.
Turn around and strut out the door.
Osmond offer us a place to stay.
All right. So y'all are done with the mayor's house. What do you got
To
to
the
do?
deputy's house.
Yeah.
I want food.
I would like to go by the saloon, and see if we can find rooms, and then after that, plan on going to the.
I'm already
house.
on my
So
And he can go.
who's doing what?
deputy.
I'll go to the deputy too.
You're going to saloon.
Do we already know what prices for rooms or?
No, you don't
Okay,
know.
so that's
It varies based on town.
Okay.
House wants to inspect the people in the saloon.
So you're going within the saloon.
Wait,
Okay.
I have one question.
So we have 2 for the deputy, 2 for the saloon.
How far is the deputy's house from the saloon?
It's like it would be what would be considered down the block.
Okay, so if I had message, could we like? could I,
Message
like-
requires sight.
Wait, no, you can send it through a building if you know what the person looks like and if you know them well.
What's the range?
I think it's like 120 feet. I mean, look.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the saloon.
Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, you can use message. If you can use message should the need arise.
Yeah. Well, like if we go there and they offer us rooms, I can just be like, cancel the rooms in the saloon, and then you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh my god, someone's talking to me.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and say to you guys, like, I'm planning on going by the saloon, finding out what the prices are of the rooms, and then what the conditions are of the rooms, and then meeting you guys at the deputy's place, because I imagine we can come back and purchase the rooms.
Sounds good.
I
Alright.
could wait like
So,
5 minutes and then ask you.
We'll go with y'all two first to the saloon.
Yeah, do that.
And we'll get to y'all in a bit. So you two go to the saloon. Y'all see a bunch of soldiers talking, drinking, trying to have a good time. Behind the counter, you see a halfling, a very stout halfling, basically like the full like the big mustache that curls up into his sideburns. No beard. He's just there, kind of cleaning glasses, doing barkeep things. What do y'all do?
Is that whipped cream?
No, it's Marshall.
I think he's blowing his nose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
So that the bartender's just washing the same glass with their dirty rag.
Yeah, pretty much. He occasionally turns around and like wipes down one of the bottles, or like shifts it over, turns it a little bit, makes sure it's nice and neat.
Yeah, Paz is very interested in really taking it, because like she's scoping out the area, making sure everything's like on the up and up.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Can I also roll for perception at this time?
Sure.
So
That is a 14.
14 and
12.
12. Okay. Y'all don't really get any more than what I described.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to look around and see if, like you said, there are a bunch of soldiers, right?
Yeah, they're just talking
Does
to
it
each
look
other.
like anyone I would know? Or would I recognize anyone? Should I roll to recognize, or was it just a bunch of people who are just out here? I probably haven't
These
seen.
are people from here. Like there's a variety of races, but none of them you recognize.
That's fair.
Like these are locals.
Yeah.
Like there's not. It's not
I
like
might
it's
have
full.
met them in passing, but I probably never knew them.
It's not like they're It's not like the bar is full either.
Okay, so it's just a couple guys. Got it.
Yeah, there's only a few guys.
Okay.
Like maybe like 7 total. Like it's not a very large saloon either.
All right. So I guess while he's scoping out the joint, I'll go up to the barkeep and ask how much for a room for a couple nights.
How many nights?
I'd say maybe 2, 3. I'll let you know if it changes.
2, 3. It's gonna run you about 8 gold.
8 gold. Does that cover?
Is it just you?
Well, no. We got a group here.
Oh yeah, the group. How big's your group?
4 in our party.
4. I can handle that. It's gonna be about 12 gold total
Total? Okay. That's per night.
per night. Yeah.
Does that cover any kind of refreshments?
No.
Okay.
Booze is its own.
How much?
What do you want?
What do you got?
He motions to the wall of liquor behind him. The variety is what you can see.
So like all 8 bottles.
It's just different flavors of whiskey.
Yes. That's what I was waiting for.
Different watered down levels of whiskey.
There you go. I said flavors.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you know. Thanks for info. What's going on around these parts these days? It's been a while since I've been in town. Might catch me up? I'll take a drink. One of the less watered down variety.
That'll be about 20 gold.
Okay, a little more watered down than that.
That'll be about 10.
Okay. That's a lot of money. That's a lot.
This town tries to keep as much money as it has.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, fill her up and tell me what's going on around here.
He pours you a drink.
I'm gonna motion to him, like, subtly, to listen in.
Like, he turns around and starts making your drink.
The pause.
And he goes, well, not much has happened as of recent, but were you here for the fires?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, man.
He turns back to making the drink. He says, oh god, terrible accident. There was, like, when that big portal opened up, there was some salamanders that got in here. Got into the town. It was terrible. Like, almost like they were like sheep to the slaughter. There, you don't see that building all the way down there at the very end? That house-looking one that's got some soldiers outside of it? That place nearly burned down. Terrible accident, that house. Terrible history. Wouldn't want to be anywhere near that place. Thanks to the sheriff, the deputy, and all the soldiers' efforts, or the militia, I guess, at that time, we managed to drive a lot of them back. Killed a few. That's why you see that ring of teeth around the sheriff's neck. Pretty proud of that moment. It was not easy. Speaking of which, now y'all are now noticing that above the door that y'all walked in on, you'll see a salamander's head mounted.
Like the skull, or is it
The
like
skull.
okay.
The skull.
A salamander, like that we know in this world?
No.
Or,
No.
Okay, making sure.
Fantasy salamander.
Making sure.
Alright. Well,
We've been very careful ever since that day.
Do they still frequent these parts, or have they left you guys mostly alone since then?
For the most part, they left us alone. Salamanders ain't dumb, but they sure as hell ain't gonna try and just bull rush this place again. Not after last time. And he turns around and hands you your drink.
I take a swig.
Give me a
Wait.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Poison!
Poison.
I was just gonna say, like, I was gonna, like, inspect it first, but I'm like,
Oh, if you were gonna inspect it first, then yeah, you can. Give me investigation.
Alright. That's 20.
It sure looks
Wait,
like
wait.
booze.
Investigation, yes, that's a 24. Sure looks like booze.
Yeah, it sure looks like booze. You smell it. Smells like booze.
I wonder what it tastes like.
You swirl it around the glass. It swirls like booze.
Okay, you said Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, if you're gonna take a swig, give me
I'm
Constitution.
gonna take a swig. Not like down. I'm not guzzling it just
No,
yet.
you take a swig.
Yeah, just a swig, alright. So that's I guess 21?
21. You take it. You take a sip of it, and you're just like, nice.
Nice. Nice. Okay, and now I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna down it.
Give
I'm
me-
gonna point at him while I'm doing it.
Okay.
If you
As
can
you-
get a hold
alright.
of me, my message.
So as you do that, we're gonna cut to these two.
Alright.
Stop.
Stop.
Hey, give me that.
So
Go drink this first.
how exactly are y'all gonna approach the deputy's place?
I'm gonna strut up to the door.
Knock on the door.
As you knock when you knock on the door, opening the door is a little gold dragonborn child.
Hello!
And
What species was the deputy?
half orc.
Oh, okay.
It's probably adopted. Maybe.
Hello!
He's like, Daddy, people are here.
I'm gonna
And
lean over. Is it a little boy or a little
It's a
girl?
boy.
A little boy? I'm like, hey there, champ, what's your name?
I'm Laszlo.
Nice to meet you, Laszlo. I'm Lance.
Daddy says I shouldn't talk to strangers.
That's plenty fair.
He like slowly backs away and he just kind of runs off. But he gives you, but before he runs away, he just kind of like giggles at you and then runs off.
What a cute child.
I'm going to
I
patiently
can't see
wait
right
for
now.
the deputy before I just
the
walk
dep-
in.
I'm curious, what season are you?
Spring.
Deputy Osmond quickly comes down. He's just like, "Oh, that was rather quick. My wife has gotten started. She's not done yet, but y'all are welcome to come and sit.
Sounds good to me.
Where's your friends?
They are over at the saloon looking at rooms for us.
Okay, that's fair." And then he steps away and opens the door for y'all, and he motions towards a side room.
Walk into the side room.
You walk in, and it's just a sitting room. It's got like a couch and then like a rocking chair.
Before I go in, I want to like turn around and send a message and be like, how much were the rooms? You hear like in your ear like a whisper that's like, how much were the rooms?
Can he respond with message? Is
He can.
that just
He can
a
answer
thing?
me.
Okay.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Am I in the middle of this dream?
No, she's using message.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Is he in the middle?
Yes, you are definitely in the middle. You're in the middle of this.
guzzling when she's like this, and I'm like, about tree fit. No. I said I give her the relevant information for the prices. So it's 8 for an individual, but if we go as a group rate, it's only 12 gold. And I imagine we'd all be staying in the same room based on that price. But we might get a slightly bigger room, and so we just all need to like get in there. And that if you guys want, drinks, you better like whiskey and water, and whatever amount of each one determines the price. And then I also warn them about the.
I think you can do like a sentence. I don't think you can give me a whole paragraph.
Okay, well in that case, I'm just like 12 gold. Whiskey's really expensive, and then I send a glug 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 emojis in the message.
I like hear you glugging and I'm like,
So yeah, he motions for y'all to sit on the couch.
Can I do a perception to get a
Sure.
lay of the room?
Sure. 5. It sure is a sitting room.
I'm gonna plop down on the couch, sit in a nice, comfortable position.
He sits down in the rocking chair across from y'all, and he just kind of leans his head back, and he's just like he's just had a really long, hard day. It's like the first time he sat down all day. And he says, "So, why were y'all sent here? I know it was to transport the goods for the caravan and all that, but like, what made y'all want to?"
We like helping people.
People need supplies, need people to help, and here we are, we're helping.
He smiles and he's like, "Y'all are good people.
I try my best.
We need more good people in this world. Everyone's either just completely selfish or they're just so busy, uppity, or ignorant. What's the word?
Ignorant.
No. Stubborn.
That's a fair one.
But people doing the right thing, just like doing the right thing. That's what we need. And through like a large open doorway behind him, you also can see a kitchen, and you see a female half orc.
Is there a backyard?
You can't see. Not from where you're standing. You can see a female half orc working in the kitchen at a stove. Let's see.
What do I smell?
You smell potatoes.
Potatoes?
Potatoes. Let's see, what does it expire? Or takes a long time to expire? Basically it's basically what you would think of like your average you like potatoes, carrots. Some nondescript meat. It's just got that meaty smell.
Smoked.
Yeah, just like an almost jerky
I'm
smell.
gonna take a big whiff.
As you do that, Deputy Osmond just right there alongside you.
Some good smelling soup you got there in the kitchen.
My wife's an incredible cook. She's really good at what she does.
Smells like it. Can't wait to taste.
And as you say that, she turns to you and she says, "Well, look, it's done."
Yay!
Alright.
Oh, let me.
She
call
turns
our
to y'all and she
friends.
says, "Yeah." She turns to y'all and she's like, "Wait, when there?" And she turns to Austen and she's like, "Isn't there supposed to be 4?" And he says, "Oh no, they're at the saloon getting rooms."
I like, kind of like, I'm like, excuse me for a second. I like go around.
Just turns the full 180.
Start speaking to self.
Talks to the wall.
I'm gonna send another message to you. I'll be like, hey guys, dinner's ready.
Oh, to
You're,
us?
like whisper in your ear.
Am I done with the drink at this point, or am I still?
No,
chugging?
you're done.
Okay.
You're done with it.
I will respond with like I'll just say like at the time she messages me that I've like just finished chugging because I imagine this is a pretty big cup that I was handed because I'm a pretty decent sized guy.
It was like your usual like beer pitcher type deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I probably wouldn't have done it. But anyway, it was like
I
put it
don't.
back down on the thing. The sound like comes through the lid because I just did chug like an entire thing of whiskey. I'm like, we'll be over in a minute.
Well, they better hurry. This soup goes quick. She
Like,
puts
turn around.
We will be
I just-
over very shortly.
Yeah, hurry up.
Oz is just watching and Jorm, wide-eyed, like, how the fuck can you be doing this?
You also like watch him talking to himself.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to myself. I'm sending it to the link.
He doesn't know
Well,
that.
no, you have to speak out loud to send it back to me, so you're just talking to yourself. You like whisper it in front of you when it goes to me.
Okay, got it.
Like a minute later,
It's like, we'll be there in a minute. And then he just like, or she pauses.
a couple moments later, she pours a bowl. She pours a bowl for each of you. She calls Laszlo down, and y'all all eat dinner together.
We'll go ahead and.
Like they just talk like family stuff. And occasionally, like trying to bring up conversation with y'all. I'd imagine you would contribute to the conversation.
Oh, greatly.
Yeah.
Me too.
Me too.
Laszlo would be very interested in what you have to say. He really likes when you talk.
You just mimic his voice.
Great.
After y'all finish eating, Laszlo's mom sends him up to bed. And she's like, and put that fire out too.
I get excited. Where's there a fire?
And he's like, but I get cold at night. And she's like, no buts, mister. You put the fire out and you go to bed.
I'm watching him
Wait.
with great interest.
So can I be like,
What? The kid?
hey Laszlo, you want to see a magic trick?
I love magic.
All right.
God.
I wanna go with him and I wanna put the fire out with my spell. I have a cantrip that lets me make or take away fires, produce flame.
He just stands there and just looks up at you expectantly.
And okay, so we're in front of the flame.
No, y'all are still downstairs.
Oh, okay. I can put out that little fire without any tools.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. It's fine. I got it.
I'll step up. You want to see a real magic trick?
Yes.
Alright.
Does he understand
Fireball.
magic? I'm like gonna make the flame go away with
Fireball.
my hands.
Paz, before he does that, Paz says, put out that fire.
I'm gonna do some little hand wavies. I'm gonna cast minor illusion. I'm gonna make a little like apple appear in my hand magically.
He's like, oh my god, that's so cool. How'd you do that?
Magic. And I snap my fingers and it disappears.
Half of the apple disappears.
Paz
The
sighs.
true magician never reveals his secrets.
Oh my god, that's so. He looks at his mom and he's just like, Mom, did you see it? That was so cool. She's like, yes, son, it is, but you have to go to bed. And he's like, oh, Mom, and she's like, don't you sass me.
Now listen to your mother.
Meanwhile, I'm still just quiet. Like I've been stoic this entire time, like listening to everyone's conversation.
wearing
I'm like
anything?
watching him
Like a jacket?
and like their
Yeah,
interactions
pretty
very
normal
closely.
This is what they look like right now.
I see
He
the
runs
corner
up.
of your
He
jacket.
runs upstairs off to bed.
My clothes are made of leaves. You'll kill me.
He
Just
runs.
accident-
Yeah, he runs upstairs and off to bed, and
Feels like burn.
Deputy Osmond just kind of turns to y'all and he says, like, y'all are probably wondering the whole Dragonborn thing.
I just assumed he was adopted.
Wait, wait, what's the wife's race?
She's also half orc.
Yeah, they're
Oh, okay.
They're both half orcs.
Recessive genes?
I mean,
No.
I got dragon in me.
More like processing.
He was orphaned.
Oh.
There was a really bad accident years back when portals started opening. The town was ambushed, and his parents were killed by fire snakes. Terrible, terrible event that was. So since now me and my wife is raising hell around.
I'm gonna take a second after he mentions the portals, and I'm going to use my detect portals. I get to, if there are any, I get to know the distance direction of the closest portal. Within a mile.
Within a mile?
Mm-hmm.
If it's like the edge, do you still get anything, or is it just okay? You don't see the portal's exact location, but you get a feel for it. Like it's pretty darn close, and it's like quite a ways westward.
Okay.
And he says, "Yeah, he's our boy now, and we love him like our own."
I'm gonna, once I figure out which direction it is, I'm gonna glance over in that direction. Try not with like a concerned look, just kind of, okay.
It was a bad time, but it's late. We've all had a long day. I imagine y'all have had an even longer day than I have.
Yeah.
Sure have.
I hate to ask y'all to leave, but I'd very much like to go to bed.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I will-
just get up and push my chair in as quietly as possible.
Nice. Nice.
Paz looks at Jorm. I very much like to go to bed.
And I would say, I'll reach down and pat Paz on the head and be like, I'd very much like to go to bed too, Paz.
I'm gonna stand up rather abruptly.
Nearly knocking your bowl over.
Yeah, almost. You know, Deputy, it's been a pleasure. I definitely appreciate you bringing us into your home and feeding us. But we will leave you to your bed. Thank you very much.
He gives you a very firm handshake. It almost hurts a little.
Almost a little. Best time. Turn to
And
leave.
like he goes and opens the door for y'all. I guess, what do y'all do now?
Go to the saloon.
Bound over to the saloon. I heard they had booze.
They do have booze.
I like booze.
Y'all go back to the saloon. It's much more empty. Like there's like one guy drinking alone. He already did that. In fact, he's passed out.
Oh darn. I don't actually sleep, so I'm going to go up to the bar and kind of slam my hand down on the bar. Give me your strongest, cheapest drink.
Do halflings sleep?
I'm
They
not a
do.
halfling.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
sleep.
not a halfling.
No, the barkeep is.
Oh, is he still there?
He's asleep.
He's still at
I can put mine.
Nah, he's finishing up everything. He's just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's late.
just one?
No, not one.
I got gold.
You willing to pay triple the price?
Depends on the price.
Depends on what you want.
Your strongest, cheapest drink.
It's gonna be around you about 300 gold.
Fuck. I'm just gonna go very depressedly sit at a table. And just kind of mope.
Do you turn winter?
I start to, yeah. I'm very upset.
No! I look at the barkeep and I'm like, dude, he needs alcohol or he's gonna turn into a jerk! Alright? What's the cheapest bottle you have?
He just looks at you and he's like, really?
Yes. He's
think-
so annoying when he's winter because he just pokes holes in everybody's ideas.
You think I haven't heard that
I do
before?
have it.
You know what?
Are we all
Fine.
there? We're
Yeah,
all
you're-
there.
you're
Go
all
talk
there.
to the bartender right now.
Fuck.
Stop.
Alice with the quality memes.
Well,
I'm gonna go. Why? Why?
you need to go poke holes in all of his happiness.
I don't want
Who's
to talk
happy
to
this?
him. You won't give me booze.
Well, then go make fun of him until he gives you booze.
I can hear you. He puts the one last glass back under the shelf, closes it, locks it, closes a gate over
so
the booze,
annoying
locks
all
it,
night.
and he walks off.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, while he's like yelling at him, I would like to use detect magic
Okay.
as a cantrip.
We are currently scheming right now.
Okay. You're casting detect magic.
Yes. Is there any magic around? Like, does the halfling, like, is the barkeep using any magic, or does he have any magic, like, wards set up in the bar?
Yeah, the locks are in fact magical.
Just the locks?
Yeah.
Does the passed out dude? I'm gonna assume the barkeep
I can't
is
do
removed
that.
his drink from the table.
Yeah, the bar. Yeah, it's like everything is pretty much clean and put away.
I'm gonna go sit at the
Does anybody
table
know
with the passed out dude and
dispel
continue moping.
Is it a cantrip?
Before he like as he hops down from like his platform that he stands on to get to sit behind the bar, he says, "Y'all do best to go to bed. I don't want to cause trouble for y'all, and I'd rather y'all didn't cause trouble for us because then I have to bring the sheriff down on y'all, and y'all don't want that."
Pause goes up to bed.
I kind of just put my head on the
Jorm
table.
also goes up to. Oh, at this point we've paid for the rooms, right?
Yeah.
Are we cutting it equal? Four from each of us, or three from each of us?
Yeah.
So yeah, since we've already paid for the rooms,
Oh, actually though, when Paz enters the bedroom, she really wants to inspect the room.
You want to inspect the room?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her
Perception.
go in first.
That's an 8.
I'm also going to inspect the room.
Okay.
So she's gonna be in there, I guess, at this point. So if there are any traps,
Are y'all? Well, you're just moping
Well,
down
it's
moping
down on the table. Liz, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Anything.
I guess I'll just go to the room because I don't want to be around
Okay.
while he's winter.
Okay.
Nice.
So I rolled another natural 20 on inspecting this room.
All right.
God damn it. I'm gonna wish I had these at the next combat we have.
Oh yeah, definitely. Y'all see, there's like there's one large bed, and then there's like two smaller beds. Like one large bed, and then like two what's it called? Like the twin size bed that's
Yeah.
like longer than usual.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
basically that.
VCU beds.
Yeah, basically that.
Where's that?
There's two. There's a nice rug going across the middle of the room. Some paintings like nightstands, candles on them. Everything's pretty clean.
Okay. Just no crazy looking stuff in here.
Nah.
Cool.
You see another fire snake head above the door.
Ooh. Very nice. Alright, yeah, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and like throw my bag at the head of the large bed and then flop down onto the large bed, resting my head on the bag.
All right.
And quickly go to sleep.
All right. So y'all just going to bed.
Yeah.
I don't think I can
For
do
those who
anything
don't sleep, are y'all going to bed
I'm staying at the table.
all night?
If that other passed out dude's still here, then I'm just across the table.
Yeah,
from
he's
him.
not going.
I'm gonna ask him to wake me up in what's the minimum for a long rest?
Long rest, I believe, is 12 hours. Or is it like 8 hours? Is it like 8 hours of sleep?
6 to 8, depending on the species. Some get as low as 2. Some
Okay.
take as much as 12.
Okay.
I mean,
We're gonna say y'all got like the full 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours of
I was gonna
rest.
say like I'm gonna ask him to wake me up after 6 hours.
Okay.
Sure.
I just go to sleep.
And I'm gonna say that's a long rest for me because I got an early. I like to wake up early and go to sleep late.
I gotta just like lift
Okay.
my head up. Yeah, sure. And then put it back on the table.
All right. So in the morning, you have left like an actual U-shaped dent in this table.
I'm not banging my head. I kind of just left it there.
Like it's not noticeable unless you like look at it from like the right angle with the right lighting, but it's definitely there.
Like
There's a small dip in this table now.
Jesus Christ.
I mope heavily.
Oh, you were moping.
Yeah.
Oh, because you couldn't get
You
drink.
mope
I couldn't get
heavily.
drink, so I just went winter and just.
And I know that
put
would
my
have
head-
saved you some.
Yeah.
Next time I'll save you some. We have this conversation in the
Okay.
morning. Like I see this, like we're both sitting here puzzling over this dent in the table. I'm like, man, I really didn't realize that would happen.
You really heavily moped.
I'm better in the morning. Back to autumn.
All right. I just went, so like what? So like, are y'all all getting up like early like Marshall is?
I never went out.
You never went to
I was
bed.
gonna say I kind of have to be because I'm waking him up.
All right, Liz.
I also get up early.
Okay. Pause.
Yeah, it's just a normal time.
Okay. Y'all get up like right at the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
You get up really noisily and it just
We're
wakes us up.
professional adventurers. We're gonna be like on top of like making the most of our days and doing what we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As y'all come down and like start and like leave the saloon, the deputy's just kind of like already waiting there. He's just like, "Oh, thank God I ran into y'all."
What's going on there?
Oh, he's at the saloon.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like waiting outside the saloon.
Okay, I'm gonna, before we leave the saloon, get myself a very small glass of whatever I had last night.
The bar is not
It's like
open.
6 a.m.
I'm gonna get myself a very small glass of whatever I have. No, I won't worry about it.
There are no glasses of any size available to you.
Are the bottles there?
Nope.
If the deputy does look and sound distraught, I'm gonna walk up to him. What seems to be the issue, deputy?
Need to double check my notes real quick.
What
What
is
is
the
the issue? I don't know. What's the matter with you?
I don't rehearse this, so I need to remind myself.
Pause says to the deputy, top of the morning to you.
He tips his hat to you. He tips his hat to
Top of the morning to you.
Just common phrases.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, good day, mate. Top of the morning. This is
Yeah.
He's a very. Sorry. Pause is
she's
very
a well-traveled.
well-traveled
No,
individual.
not traveled. This is all from a book that she learned a couple years back.
How'd you get the accent then?
I heard
She's good.
So
If
you're
you
well-traveled.
had a friend and you point to a phrase and they read it for you.
In the accent.
Anyway,
It's part of the story.
as he like, he's just like, y'all are responsible for bringing bringing us more rations. The sheriff and the mayor are having some kind of argument about that, and I want y'all to come and talk, see if y'all can talk to them.
Let's go.
I'm sure I can help.
Y'all, like he rushes y'all to the mayor's office. The mayor is still very tired and doesn't want to be awake right now at the crack of dawn. The sheriff he looks like he's doing all right, but like they're just going at it, arguing back and forth about something. They're both yelling over each other. Not much is really getting conveyed.
Can Paz just be in the background doing some basic calisthenics?
Basic what?
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics.
Like, while this argument's going on.
Sure.
I'm gonna calmly walk up to the table. What seems to be the issue?
Who you just saying to both of them?
Just kind of trying to stop the yelling.
The sheriff is just like, this one is responsible for losing a bunch of rations. She's just like, I've done nothing of the sort. How dare you accuse me?
What do you mean lost rations, sheriff?
Rations have been disappearing from the storehouse.
Rations that did get to the storehouse, yes.
They did.
Okay.
I know they did. I oversaw it myself. The quartermaster said nothing's going on. So, I can think of no other person that would have access to the storehouse aside from the deputy, but except for the mayor. So it's got to be her.
What was taken?
The rations have disappeared from the
All of the
storehouse.
rations.
Not all of them.
Just like
some, a noticeable amount.
Oh, okay. So it's like, well, about how much was taken? In let's say in tonnage. So like in pounds or whatever measurement of weight.
We're also doing calisthenics.
No,
We've lost about an entire week's worth of rations over the past 2 months.
Oh, it's just been over time. So it wasn't just from us bringing the stuff last night.
You're leaving?
I'm leaving before it gets too dark.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I was making sure that this is stuff that was.
There
in the
is another
storehouse
wave coming.
isn't anymore.
What?
Now
There's
the
another
stuff that
wave
we
coming.
lost in the cavern.
Nova.
Not as
So our stuff.
From what it looks like, nothing is going to be heavy cells.
If they've been taking over time.
But
Okay,
I will
so
have
in
it
that
on.
case, I'll let the argument go on before I make any more questions.
The sheriff says there are rations that have been disappearing, and I know they have. The quartermaster knows they have.
Nova.
Osmond knows they have, and he points to the deputy. The only other person that has access to the storehouse is the mayor.
Oh,
Does
Nova.
the quartermaster not have access to the storehouse?
The quartermaster does. He's the only one. Like as you just established, the quartermaster, the mayor, the sheriff, and the deputy are the only people that have access to the storehouse with all the rations. Liz.
Nova gets really excited. She's like, look, before we make any hasty judgments, you should let us investigate this mystery. Because I really like mysteries.
The sheriff just kind of laughs and he says,
Just let us run an investigation. And if we fail, you're the sheriff, you're in charge. But
If we can't find a suitable.
"Find me the perpetrator. Find me some evidence, and I'll pay you. And I'll put whoever's been stealing are from the rations behind bars."
Pause rubs their hands together.
So we.
can we also get booze from the saloon?
Can we get free booze for the rest for any a free lifetime supply of booze? So when we go in, we get free drinks.
Depends. Do you want a bullet through the head?
It doesn't have to be lifetime. It could be one free drink.
He gazes at you very coldly.
I'm just saying, I think, okay, 1 free drink per visit. 1 round.
You get what I pay you and not a cent more.
Dang. Never mind.
I didn't ruin nothing.
You asked for too much, and we
didn't ask.
lost it all.
We didn't lose anything.
We could have gotten free drinks.
No, we couldn't have. He was very. Anyway,
I think if we
okay.
At least
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take your offer, and we'll solve this mystery for you. But we're gonna need a couple things, and give us a few minutes to figure it out. You guys just sit tight. Huddle up, everybody. All right. So, are you still doing calisthenics?
No, she's done.
I'm kind of jumping up and down a
Okay.
little bit.
She
We
heard the mystery part. And
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah.
So, I'm gonna say this to you guys, but obviously she's listening. So I've got some ideas for this, but I'm gonna let you give us your idea first, and then we gotta make sure we go over every option so that we can get yes or no from her on whether or not she thinks it'll work. Because if she
I can write down shit.
huh?
I can write stuff down.
Anything you can write anything.
This
down.
isn't it's not a emergency situation, so I can write things down.
Okay, cool. Well, okay, you get writing down whatever your idea is. Okay,
Let's investigate the storeroom.
you and then me, for what our ideas are.
Investigate the storeroom.
Storeroom.
Look for clues.
Look for clues.
that sounds like a plan to me.
You got any ideas?
I think
Okay.
we should at least definitely start at the storeroom, question the quartermaster, all that.
First thing we need to do, as long as we're the ones doing this investigation, we need possession of every key that they have. No one else has keys other than us.
All the
Seems
keys.
fair.
All of their keys come to us, and we need to tell them that as long as we're handling it.
I think it'd be pretty difficult to convince the sheriff for his key.
Well, okay.
Seems pretty against anyone having access to the storeroom.
We're gonna need to at least see all the keys that they know they have, and make sure no one has a key that matches those keys that they don't need.
as well as our own copies, or our own copy of that key. So we need to get a copy of the key to the storehouse so that we can access it and investigate. And
I
then,
propose an idea.
yeah,
Instead of getting a copy for ourselves, we could just borrow the mayor's key so that if stuff goes missing while we're investigating, they'll know it's not the mayor.
I'm actually gonna stop y'all right here, and the sheriff says, I'll show y'all this. I'll show y'all the inside of the storeroom, but I'm not letting y'all out of my sight.
Wait a
Sounds good to
second.
me.
It has stuff been going missing before we got here.
Yes.
yeah, it's been for the last couple months.
Like he said, he's lost a week's worth of rations. Like the town's worth of a week's worth of rations
Yeah.
over the past 2 months.
It's not us. It's been going on since before we got here.
That doesn't mean he trusts us. We're new.
Yeah, like we
What
could've
reason
been
do I
here
have
the
to?
whole time.
Investigate.
We've investigated. We haven't found anything.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
we didn't have us
yeah.
here.
So,
I reckon you change your tone right now, really.
Oh, he does not like me.
he doesn't like anyone.
It's like,
I'm gonna step in between. you
Yeah,
and
let's okay. So
Try.
we got our handy dandy infiltrator advice. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder what it says. It says investigate weak security areas and key places. Check magic residue and tampering. So who's got I've got the tech.
He leads y'all to the storeroom.
Yeah, we're having this conversation on the way there.
And as from the outside, what y'all see is just like the outside. It just looks like a house. It's got some guards standing outside of it. There's an outhouse off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about it stands out that it would be the actual store. That it would be the storehouse.
Do you have guards here in the evenings? Are there always guards here?
There are guards stationed here all around the clock.
Okay.
How many guards?
2.
Two guards for this building. I assume is bigger than an outhouse.
There's one way in and one way out. The
Yeah.
front door. There's
and
no other
if
way
we
to
didn't
get.
see anyone coming in.
I've
or
had
out-
every window on the ground floor barricaded.
Okay, so what's that to say that there
in
is
charge of stationing the guards?
Yeah,
He just glares at you.
it's him probably. Him or
I
Ozzy.
could assume it was you, but you could put someone else in charge if you wanted.
Could we look inside?
There's not a damn thing in this town that goes on that I don't know about.
I'd like
Except
to go.
for whoever's stealing these rations.
What do you say, Liz?
I'd like to go inside.
Let's go ahead. Actually, who wants to go inside of our group? You guys want to go inside?
Go outside.
I'd like to go around the opposite side from him and investigate the outside of the building while they go inside.
So all 3 of y'all are going inside.
No,
You're
we're on
going-
the outside.
You 2 are on the outside, y'all 2 are on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright, so Marshall and Matt outside, Liz and Austin inside. We're gonna start with y'all.
Okay. So I have a quarter staff.
So
I'd like to take it and bang it against the floor and see if I can hear.
he says, "Stop that."
I want to see if I can hear if it sounds like it's a false floor.
You sure do hear that it's hollow because he leads y'all inside.
Well, I don't do that yet. I wait until he gives us instructions and stuff.
Let me set the scene before you do stuff.
Sorry.
He walks up with the guards. They let y'all through. You'll see like there's like a chain link fortified like chain link in wood fence with like a small window that the quartermaster would stand behind and like give rations to everybody. And to the side is a door. He unlocks the door and he opens it for y'all. And he motions y'all to go through. And as y'all go through, he turns around, locks the door back, and he follows y'all down into the basement, which is where like the main store area of all the rations.
What's the basement floor made of?
Stone. What y'all can see is that there's give me a perception check.
21.
21. Liz. You're just like, man, You're looking at this one rock on the wall, and you're like, man, that's a nice rock.
It looks like a fire salamander.
You see that there's like very like shelves that definitely weren't here when this place was built. Like, and there's like rations like stacked high on all of them. Like from the ground up to the ceiling of the basement. You see that there's on the stone floor. There's actually like the stone is burnt, and it has like a trail leading up to the boiler. He noticed you looking at that. He's like, oh, I know the fire snake story by now. One of them decided to come down here and took a nap inside the boiler before I killed him.
Okay. Did it do any damage to anything else that you know of besides just the floor here?
Yeah, it killed poor Laszlo's parents.
Who?
The boy. He said it killed poor Laszlo's parents.
Oh, okay, Laszlo.
Could I inspect the floor, see if it's been any of it, part of it has been like altered with magic? Like somebody might have like
Sure. Make a roll. I mean, what? I think Arcana, I guess.
Arcana. Oh, I'm good at that. Just I got 18 plus 5.
There is no magic.
The floor hasn't been altered in all.
Nope.
Can I look at the walls then?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll again? Or
Nah.
can we roll them?
No, you look at the walls, and there was like, you see like some slashes on the walls that are like definitely were melted into the thing.
I
Cause
would assume these slashes on the wall here are also from the fire salamander?
yeah, when it woke up, it tried to get us by slashing us with its tail. Left
Alright.
those marks on the walls.
If you could remind me, how long ago was this?
This was when the portals first opened, so
3 years.
about 3 years ago.
Alrighty. If you wouldn't mind showing us where the rations are going missing from,
Here.
just in this room.
This is the only place we keep rations.
Alright. Anything that's specifically going missing, or just kind of general selection of different foods?
General rations.
So there's no evidence that
Postulates.
there's no evidence that anybody magically entered this room.
None whatsoever.
Can I just like look around the room for something of interest?
I mean, what you see the skid marks that you see like usually in a basement.
Mold.
A lot of mold. Not this one. Not this one. This one's very clean.
Rats?
No, definitely no rats. Not a thing is alive in this basement.
Could we kill them all?
Probably. I mean, there's the boiler. There's the staircase leading back upstairs. There's the stone that just makes up like the floor and the walls. There's the wood that makes up the ceiling.
Can I inspect the wood of the ceiling?
Sure.
Okay.
You see it, and you just kind of see like the same one more of the like slashes that you see on the walls.
Okay.
Are they still below ground, or is it?
They're below ground.
Well, okay then, Sheriff. Since you were the one in charge of the guards, have you heard any of them say or talk about anything they've seen or heard out of the ordinary since these rations have started going missing?
I ask them for a report every single morning, and they have never turned anything.
Alright. Do you know when?
Oh yeah, I guess I should mention that the boiler does have a hole blasted into it, because it what's his name? Not Osmond. Mitchell did say that the fire snake took a nap inside of it. So, and you can see that he clearly did that because he blasted a hole in it.
Of course. Where does the boiler lead?
bathtub. So, like, what would you expect a boiler to do?
I meant just where this one specifically. I know what boilers are normally connected to, but I don't know where those things would be in this building.
Here, the boiler pretty much just connected to the bathtub. I don't know what else a boiler is connected to in real life. I don't know. Says where a boiler is connected to.
Shower, sink.
Thank you.
I mean, it's the hot water.
Yeah,
the
it's
water
hot
heater is
hot water.
connected to.
He says that.
Okay, you just getting a look at it, I can see, of course, where the pipes are leading. Is there any one pipe bigger than the rest, or how big are the pipes generally?
From the boiler, there's like the main tube up off the top, and then it just kind of branches off.
Okay.
Can I inspect the rations that are down here?
You can.
Okay. Do I have perception or do I
That would be investigation.
investigation? Okay. Nice word. I got a 6. Never mind.
They sure are rations.
Very nice.
I'm gonna go take a closer look at the boiler.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
17.
You poke your head inside the boiler. You look up. You see that the pipe just kind of goes off in the darkness. You can't really see what's up. You turn your head
Even
around.
with my dark vision.
You see up until the pipe curves and you can't see anymore.
There we go.
You see the burn marks like all around the inside of this thing where the fire snake was laying. It's just kind of like stained the inside of the metal, and on the ground inside of it you see broken eggshells.
Okay. Broken eggshells.
Broken eggshells.
Sheriff, there are eggshells in this boiler. What do you know about those?
Oh, that.
Nani?
It's been a long time.
We killed all those little baby snakes.
Actually, now that you mention it, I don't remember nothing about it.
You want to know how I got these scars?
How fresh did the eggshells look?
Old.
Nature check.
Old.
Old.
Like 3 years old.
Like 2 days old.
That would be, I guess that'd be knowledge nature.
Okay.
Would he call me over so I could also try the nature,
I don't know, would he?
What, did you follow him over
You
there?
probably heard me mention it to the sheriff. I'm not
Okay.
gonna-
and turn around and join.
Well, these sure maybe possibly could be eggshells.
Oh no, I
Did
rolled
you get a 1?
3.
Alright.
Well,
Man, they sure are crunchy.
Somebody
I
made
got
Maybe.
I got a 5.
Austin, somebody made an omelet here recently.
They sure are an eggshell.
Whoever said you need to put it in.
You can't really both of y'all cannot discern how old these eggshells are.
We just know they're not like recent.
Are they?
You don't even know that. You rolled a 1 and you rolled a 5. You don't know how fresh
they
these
look
are.
really fragile? Can I pick one up?
You can.
I pick one up.
Alright, you pick it up.
I hold it.
Okay, you hold it.
I'll keep holding until I can find someone who's
I crush it!
good in nature.
No.
How often can you re-roll like those kinds of checks? Like if she
Do
held
a
on to
long rest.
Okay. Or it has to be a different item.
So you're just gonna hold the eggshell?
Yes.
Check
Okay.
a different.
Careful.
Yeah,
Okay.
check a different eggshell.
I don't think that counts.
No. It would be.
What kind of?
So, anything else you wanted to?
I have.
How large is the eggshell?
It's about like the size of
The size of my hand.
You ever seen an ostrich egg?
yeah, but no, I wouldn't say ostrich egg, like an emu egg. Like
Okay.
not as big as an ostrich egg, like an emu egg,
It's like the size of my hand.
about the size of your hand.
Okay. I gingerly hold it.
Oh, it's not like it's like one whole piece. Like it's just like
Oh.
shattered pieces.
Well, I would think it would be like a this and then a giant hole in it. So it would be relatively together.
No, that's
Or
kind of
is it
it's
like-
kind of falling apart.
Okay, well then I collect relatively an egg.
The comically half an egg.
Like there's like the flat part on the bottom that's like the biggest piece that's left.
Okay, I just take a bunch of pieces then.
Okay.
And
Right, eggshells? Question mark
then-
on your character in your inventory.
Yep.
Are these eggshells? Do he really know? Find out next.
Sheriff, do you have a bottle or a box or anything we can maybe put these eggshells in so we can look at them more closely later?
Not on me.
Is there an empty
Alrighty.
box in the storage room somewhere?
Where did the rations be stored before they were stolen? Take one of those empty boxes.
You're not here.
Is there an empty box
Just
somewhere
security
in
yelling
this
from
room?
outside.
No.
Really?
No.
Alright.
Everything is a crate, and they are all full.
Okay.
Okay, is there any way to... Never mind.
You have hands. It's not exactly a huge egg.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
know,
fair.
but
I was
it'd
gonna
be
say we
easier
could
if I
empty
could,
a
like,
crate, but...
crush them and put the powder.
Do you not
in
have any kind of-
You should have like some kind of container, like
And
just as an
tinker's
adventurer's
tools.
pouch thing.
Tinker's tools.
Oh, I have a
explorer's
components
kit.
pouch.
I need that.
Yeah, you kind of need that.
I need that.
Can I stick an egg in there?
You're gonna have to find it amongst your components and risk breaking it more.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's fair. I don't think I have anything in it right now.
I saw that. But
I just hold
don't
it in my
remember what
hands.
it's
All right.
from.
Y'all can leave and go find something.
I'm gonna go try and find something.
Okay.
It's
All right.
like a bottle or something.
So I'm gonna let y'all do that. Meanwhile,
Yes, that's us.
outdoor people.
Okay, yeah, so we decided that we're gonna split up. So we're gonna walk together around to the back of the building.
Okay.
Meanwhile, like doing a cursory inspection on the outside.
So what I want to do
Okay.
is like run my hand along half the perimeter of the building, like the wall of the building.
Like you're just kind of like walking, just
Yeah, I'm kind of checking
just
for
like
any.
running your hand along the wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any like kind of like
Okay.
a illusionary weak point.
I guess that'd be investigation.
Let's say 19.
You don't feel anything.
Okay, cool. What were you doing on your side? Because we're gonna meet at the back.
Yes. Well,
Oh, so y'all are going around which
Yeah.
which side? Who is on the side with the outhouse?
I'm on the
there's
right.
an outhouse.
I'm on
The
the right
outhouse is on
side.
the right. So
Okay. Yeah, so I'm on that side.
you would just make a perception check. Is that a 1?
That is actually it's an 8.
That's an 8.
Yeah.
You can tell that there's like a small gap in between the outhouse and the. Like it's about like that big, like a gap between the outhouse
he
and
could
the
fit
place.
in that gap, probably. Or
You?
she could fit in that gap.
I mean, I'm pretty small.
You're pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Like smaller than
yeah,
a
you
half.
probably could fit through it.
Similar to a halfling size.
Yeah.
So you like squeeze through in between the outhouse and the
I
thing.
also want to be looking for thieves' camp.
Thieves camp?
Yeah.
You don't find any. Marshall, I'm guessing you're just kind of like walking along.
Yeah, I was gonna walk over to like the middle of one side and then
Actually, hang
cast
on.
detect magic.
Actually, hang on. I'm gonna do something.
Oh man.
Now, if he's doing this,
Tell me to be come down. No worry, eat your face.
You die.
If he doesn't, if he hasn't made it to the back of the building by the time I get there, I'm gonna continue walking around and figure out where he went. So we'll just say if he's doing stuff and I don't find anything in my search, I'm gonna meet him wherever he is.
Okay. Actually, Matt, as you're walking along, and you're like squeezing in between the outhouse and the and the house, your foot kicks like a loose board.
Oh.
Do you? Oh, man.
Paz goes. Oh.
It's up to you on whether or not you want to like do something about it or wait for me to get there.
You quickly draw a picture of the loose board and stuff in your pouch.
Throw it at me. Throw it over the
No,
building.
actually, Paz is gonna yell, "Jorm!" with that, that deep voice,
Right.
projecting.
Right.
And then I'm gonna be like, "Oh man, I heard that. I sure did. Wait, I sure did
Make a
hear that."
perception. No, you hear it.
Okay, I sure did hear that. So, do you mind if I use detect magic on this side of the house before I run over there?
Sure.
Could this happen at the
use
same
it.
time?
Yeah,
Do-
it's not the same.
Is there anything on the side of the house magically?
Oh, you use detect magic. No.
All right, cool. I use detect magic. I hear that. I walk around the other side. I look at the outside of the outhouse.
I point at the
see-
board.
He points at the board. I'm going to investigate the board.
It's just a loose board.
Oh, you don't want me to?
Oh, I mean, like he pointed it out. Like it's just Like the board fell off. It's not secured.
Okay, so where did the board come from?
It came from the side of the house.
Okay, so I'd like to look at the side of the house.
You see
the
that
storehouse or the outhouse?
the storehouse. The storehouse. That's a good question.
Look at the side of
The storehouse.
The house.
I kind of like.
It's low to the ground. You have to get your head down there.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not afraid.
Between an outhouse
Okay,
and a storehouse.
I'll use move earth, my cantrip, to remove all of the dirt.
You don't want to do that.
Pause is going
You
to
don't want
kind
to do
of.
that. This is an outhouse, fam.
Oh.
I can.
No. Poop.
It's not how.
Outhouse?
Yeah, like no, around the bottom of the building. I can choose where it is. If I need to move my head into it, like I can make a space for me to fit my head into to see against the building. Either
Like there's the outhouse.
Yeah,
there's the
a
house,
sit, yeah.
and then there's the ground.
Yeah, I've dug an outhouse before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
you're
yeah.
moving.
I'm not gonna move the dirt. I'm just
Okay.
gonna get down and look at the loose board and where it came from.
Okay.
And
You get down ear to the ground and look through the path, and you see that it leads right inside the house. Not to the storeroom, but inside the house, on the other side of the gate.
Pause leans down next to Jorm and says, "Yellow."
yes.
Into the hole.
Into the hole.
Yes.
There is no response.
She says it again. Yellow.
The sheriff comes upstairs. He's like, "What, tarnation?"
I'm gonna go ahead.
You very much hear and see his heavy boots as he comes upstairs.
I'm gonna reach my my metal arm through and inhumanly. I know I'm a dragonborn, but inhumanly turn because it has the ability to turn.
He stepped on your forearm and grabbed your wrist.
No. I put it in and then slide it up the wall, and you're like.
Yeah, that's what he does. He steps on your forearm and he grabs your wrist. And
I
Are we still there?
Yeah, you guys follow him up.
y'all are downstairs, and
Did you want to follow him up?
He would have to, he would make you follow him up.
Okay,
Anyway.
so we're with the sheriff.
Yeah,
I
y'all
wanna
are upstairs
say-
with
Can I
him.
say something?
Yeah.
We're like, hey, that is our friend Ham. He's helping investigate.
Oh, it's your friend.
Yes, he's the one with the metal arm.
No, he grabs my wrist, right?
Yeah, he grabs
I
your
grabbed
hand.
his wrist back.
He grabs your hand.
Can I roll for intimidation just by grabbing his wrist?
He's gonna intimidate you right back.
Dude.
Go for it.
It's a 16.
All right, did you beat a 46?
What's his base intimidation?
Bigger than yours.
I just want to be like,
Okay, so it's I grab his wrist and I squeeze, and he squeezed even through the metals.
You squeeze and you feel his muscle, and you're just like.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like that scene where Armstrong and the butcher dude from Full Metal goes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You have a newfound respect for his muscles.
One of you very clearly flexed a little harder.
Well, it's a metal arm. I don't have any muscles.
yeah. I want to be like,
It's all
please,
servos.
please let go of his arm. He's helping us investigate.
I tickle his arm a little bit.
Please. He pushes your arm back through. He actually pushes your arm back through the hole. Forces y'all back outside. Locks the door to the storehouse behind him. He comes out around the house, the storehouse, and says, "What the hell are you doing?"
I lift up the board. I point at the hole, and he says. She says. What do you say?
Line.
He just kind of looks at dumbfounded. He's just like,
There appears to be a loose board here.
And I'm gonna go ahead and fill him in on what happened that I saw from him from Paz, because Paz is probably not gonna. I assume Paz isn't gonna say anything to the sheriff other than.
Well, I'm just gonna
I'm gonna
exactly that.
Yeah.
So my colleague here found a loose board, and we gently moved the board, and then looked at where it came from, and because it wasn't secured, we can imagine that this board may be a weak point in your fortress here, so to speak.
He looks down. He like does the same thing as you. Takes off his hat, get ear to the ground, look through the hole, check the sides of it. Be like, "There's no way in hell that any grown man would fit through that."
Who said a grown man stole the food? It could be literally anything.
It could be literally anything.
We found eggs in the boiler that you had no idea existed. What if whatever came out of these eggs is stealing food?
You said it.
I write down
And then hand it to me.
and hand it down.
Okay.
Okay.
He hands me a note. Have you thought about the possibility that there's a shapeshifter among your personnel here?
A shapeshifter. Really?
I mean, do you have a better idea other than claiming it's your good mayor, who apparently is in high enough standing with our organization that we were sent to help bring these supplies here?
I'm sorry. What was your question?
Do you think
you
it could
have
have been a
a better idea?
shapeshifter?
There's no way in hell it could be a shapeshifter.
Are either of you guys good at nature checks?
I don't have nature. I have investigation.
Are you?
No.
Oh.
I have investigation and like arcana for checking things.
What evidence do you have that it's a goddamn shapeshifter?
We haven't
No
found the
grown
evidence
man
yet.
could fit through this hole.
But we're on the track of, we found an entrance that you weren't aware of. So whether it's a creature that can fit through this hole, which is imaginable, and it wouldn't be that hard for them to get through that window inside, because I can imagine when I got down to see inside, even if we were on the side opposite of where the quartermaster would be, I could see enough in there, you know.
I cast reduce on Jorm.
I would say cast it on him. He'd be more
Or
likely.
yeah, well I'm just
Or
showing
her.
that it's possible
Alright.
that if you shrunk somebody.
Explain to the sheriff my job description.
Okay, I cast.
My colleague here is very good at investigating things, and he's good for thieving.
I cast.
Crawl through small spaces.
I cast
Liz.
reduce on you.
Shush.
Oh, sorry.
It's literally what I do.
Yeah, no, so it's like my colleague, my good friend Paz here. Her previous occupation was fitting into small spaces because she's good for thieving and investigating.
Not
So-
even you could fit through this space.
Well,
No, I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
like
this place
she's
is
very
small.
experienced in these kinds of situations. Now, if you have an alternative of something else you think would be easier for a thief to get in that doesn't require using a key or requires using one of the, how many keys have you guys made?
We have the 4 keys.
Who holds those keys?
Me, the sheriff, the deputy, the mayor, and the quartermaster. The quartermaster has lived here longer than anybody else. There is no way it's him. The mayor was elected into town as the most trustworthy person here. There's no way I don't think she would do it. However, she has less of an alibi than the rest of us. I don't trust her. The deputy's my right-hand man. He doesn't do a thing in this town that I don't know about. And do you really want to accuse me, boy?
I never accused you, I'm just saying, are you sure none of those keys could have been duplicated at any point? Or is there anyone who's in a position, like I imagine you had to go to the smith to get these keys?
Smith didn't make them.
Who made the keys?
We had them specially made from outside of town.
Well, then that increases the risk of having outsiders have access. But, if we're going that, if you're going to look at the 4 keys that you
The
have...
only people in this town that are not from this town, currently, are you 4. Everyone here is a local.
So it had to be a local or someone you don't know about, which could be a shapeshifter.
This shapeshifter idea of yours is retarded. Boy, I'm frankly insulted that you would insult my intelligence, saying there's a shapeshifter among us.
I mean, it's not meant to insult your intelligence, good sir. Just saying. There's the possibility, and I think it would be wrong of any of us to completely eliminate it. But we'll take that into consideration of your surety. The only issue is you haven't yet produced, and other than just now saying that you very much think the mayor didn't do it, but at the same time that she's the only one that you think could have done it. That really just says that you haven't looked very hard for any other alternatives, because we just found one, we just got here. And I'm going to let my colleague here speak.
I cast reduce.
Reduce.
All right, you're now small.
And I lift up the board and I'm like, do you fit through?
Do I fit through?
You do fit through.
I go through.
All right.
Yeah, you kind of.
And before you, as you go through,
Ow.
the sheriff
Ow.
drops to the side, grabs you, and forcibly pulls you back out.
It looks like you could have a magic burglar on your hands.
Only person.
Wow, this sheriff's pretty, like,
It's
paranoid.
beefy.
Pretty quick.
Paranoid.
It's pretty quick.
Not paranoid.
Yeah, he's very paranoid. But we're going to let him talk, because he's the sheriff.
We don't have magic casters in this town.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We don't have anybody here that knows magic.
What about the salamanders? Do they know magic?
Salamanders. The hell are you trying to say?
Alright. Everyone calm down. We found a small hole in the wall. We found eggs in the basement. The clear conclusion here is that whatever came out of these eggs is using this hole and probably eating the food. We just have to figure out what that is and where it is right now.
Do,
I have an idea for that.
Please.
We nailed this goddamn board in.
Wait, what? Oh, you nailed the board in?
We nailed the board in, first of all.
Okay.
Second of all, you post more guards. Actually, no. That's a dumb
I
idea.
can watch at night.
We don't nail the board in, and you have your quietest, best skilled guards to, like, for the next, it could be like a few days before they try it again, but I'm just gonna go in for the biscuit. Have them start staying in there at night, watching this hole, right, from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And or unless you want to camp out in here with us, we would be willing to stay here and help out. I'm personally going to be sitting outside on my lawn chair, casting one of the shadows and being invisible in the light. But
Cast without trace.
yeah,
My soldiers are staying out here, but if y'all want to also guard the place, you're welcome. I'm gonna have somebody fix that board before day's end.
well, it's up to you. If you leave it open, we might get a chance.
Did you not just hear me, boy?
If you let me finish, I'm just saying, if you leave it open and you leave people on the inside, then whatever is taking the food will be less likely to try and find another way. If they think that their current way works still, they'll come in and you'll have them right in your trap.
Could I do a charisma check to try and see if I can convince him to let us set up a trap?
You won't.
I won't.
You won't.
Convince them.
You won't. You.
If I couldn't be the 46,
You can't. You're not gonna convince him to let y'all stay inside.
Not
trying
stay
to-
inside,
not us.
just not nail the board. We want to set up a trap
on the
using
inside.
this board.
Put
Like the
guards
guards can
inside the
stay
hole,
inside, totally
leave the hole
fine.
there.
We'll stay on the outside.
Whenever is
But if we
stealing food
Get
goes
it inside,
through the hole.
got a corner.
You got a guard right there to stop it.
Can I cast detect magic on the hole?
On the what?
It's not a magical hole.
On the hole?
Just to
You did that already.
No, I did it on the other side of the building. I was just gonna say it's like what I'm
Wait, no,
looking
Liz,
for.
didn't you do detect magic on the wall from the inside?
I did like an arcana check. I don't have detect magic.
Right.
I was
Okay.
looking
Yeah, you're right.
to
Sorry.
see if it was altered in any way.
Right.
I just
Okay.
want to
Then
see
yeah,
if
go
there's
ahead.
like if there's any like remnants of magic
No.
that isn't hurt.
No.
Okay, so it's not like there's obviously some magical thing going on. So I'm gonna imagine it's the creature theory instead of a person turning themselves down.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys sort out this issue here. Sheriff, is there anyone in town that could take a better look at these eggs and probably tell us what came from them?
Reckon maybe. What's his name? Reckon Reggie might be able to help you.
Alright, well, can you point me in his direction?
Points to the saloon.
To the saloon.
Oh.
One of the
Is
dudes
he
in the saloon.
Is he the halfling?
He is in fact the halfling.
Oh dang!
Yes.
Yo, what if I disguise myself as the sheriff and go with?
So if
Does
I
that give you all
You
this?
can if you want. I'm
If-
not gonna suggest
if
it.
I whisper things
So-
into your ear, can you just repeat what I say in the sheriff's voice,
No,
or do you have
that's
to
not how
repeat
your
it in my
mimicry works,
voice?
does it?
It's any voice I hear.
Wouldn't you have to repeat?
I mean, I've been hearing the sheriff.
Yeah, you can hear the
talk all day.
sheriff. You
Yeah,
repeat
so
something the
just
sheriff has said.
Repeat things the
Yeah.
sheriff has actually
I
said.
have to repeat phrases.
I'm gonna go.
So no, the
I'm gonna head off
mimicry
on
works.
on my
Any
own.
voice I hear, I can just copy like the tone of the voice, the pitch.
Oh, so like anything you say can just have that.
Yeah, I
tone.
can just have
okay.
that kind of voice.
I thought it was just like you can only say things in the tone of the person who said it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, sure. Go. Like you're welcome to do whatever.
kind of want to do that.
we could have you. We're away from the sheriff now.
Do you have the actor feat?
No.
Then
I'm
you
gonna-
probably shouldn't try disguising yourself
I'm gonna
as that
ask
one because it's gonna be
sheriff,
significantly
it's like-
harder without those bonuses.
What are you gonna do in the meantime? Like, what's your plan now that you've seen
I
this
have like
this situation? Are you just gonna go ahead and board it up and post a couple more guards and see how it goes tonight?
Well, I certainly can. I can't expend more guards because I have every guard on a very strict schedule. So that way everyone gets enough sleep and are fed.
So you think it would be a good idea for maybe someone who's not necessarily on your roster to take care of watching the outside of this building tonight?
Y'all the ones that wanted to do this.
Just saying, we're trying to help you out. You know, it's up. You don't seem to want our help too much.
Like I
but-
said, if y'all find who did this, I'll pay you.
Okay. Well, in that case,
How much y'all want to help is up to y'all.
we'll talk to you.
Frankly, I've spent enough time with this. I have other duties to attend to.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have
We'll
somebody.
talk to you till we'll talk to you later. We'll talk you through Osmond. We'll have him let you know what our plan is for tonight.
So Paz is visibly pissed, I've had it,
And you're
And
so small.
and so yeah, and so
she's also still very small.
That's what I
Yeah.
I
meant.
think
Yeah,
it lasts
yeah.
for like a minute.
and so
Pop Stack's large size, very angry.
so she just kind of looks at the sheriff as he's saying all that, and she's like at the scheduling, and she's like, "Get your priorities straight, damn it!"
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Says it louder.
And then he walks away.
Okay, so got it. So the plan is
I'm going to the bar.
you're going to the bar. Are you going with him? To the
I have
bar?
the eggs, so
You
I
have-
probably
So you're
should.
both going to the bar to check out the eggs. You want to go to the gym? Like, do you guys need any supplies?
We just need to know what came from these eggs.
Do you guys need any supplies for like outside of this particular mission? I'm planning on going to the. I'm gonna go to the general store.
Booze.
Not booze. You guys can try and fight with a halfling over that for cheap. Yeah. But you guys
if you
need
can
anything?
find, a bow, sickle, and/or hammer that are stronger than what I have, then that'd be.
Just find
Quite
a general sack.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that, but we'll see.
How about just like a
That's the only
sack
thing I need.
to hold things? In case we
Okay.
want to hold things in
Yeah.
the future.
Storage. Do you want to go with me, or do you want to go investigate other? Like, you want to go make your rounds and talk to the other guards?
Come on, talk to the girls.
You want to talk to the guards out front?
Yeah.
There we go, let's send the king
What
to
you
go
gonna
talk
do?
to guards.
Good day!
I could put on the basic common disguise.
You go ahead to the bar. I'm gonna stick with pause just to make sure no one misunderstands anything.
So you're going to talk to guards.
With pause.
Oh,
Liz, you're
yep, I'm going
Going-
to talk to the halfling.
you're going to talk to Reggie. Marshall.
I'd like to go to the Smith in the general store because I need to pick up my supplies for my flash and smoke bombs, and also
Okay.
I would like to. I'm going to go ahead and take today, like this time until I'm going to let them do the investigation stuff. I'd like to take some of today to start working on,
So
figuring out.
let's actually speed this along because it's getting kind of late.
Yeah.
So how would y'all like to? I'm gonna just ask generally. How would y'all like to spend the rest of y'all's day?
Me and Pause are gonna go talk to guards.
You're gonna go talk to guards.
Yeah.
Liz, you're gonna go talk to
I'm a
Reggie,
halfling.
and
I'm gonna go look for supplies. And I guess what I'm looking for is the better gear for him, like the better weapons
Okay.
for him if they're available, and then we'll look at the price and I can let him know.
okay.
Storage, so like larger or improved backpacks from what we have, as well as like light armor for. I guess all of us probably use light armor.
I have a chain shirt.
Now, wouldn't y'all should start with armor if y'all.
Yeah, I have light armor, but it's just
I'm
like.
not worried about mine. I have a chain shirt. I don't
Okay,
need
well,
leather
in that
armor.
case, I'll be looking for goodies, and like if you say this is at the general store, then we'll have an option of
Okay.
getting what's at the general store. But yeah, I'm just gonna go there in the Smith and talk to the owners of both locations, and I would like to also talk to the Smith for my personal interests of
Okay.
whatever.
We're gonna start with Marshall. So where are you going first?
General store.
General store. Okay. So you walk into the general store, and you just see a human man. Just like he looks like he's like getting a little bit on in years. He's not super old, but he's got gray hairs. He's a little bit balding. And he's just kind of clean. He's just kind of sweeping. He sees you come in, and he's just like, "Oh, welcome. What can I do for you?"
I'm new around these parts, and I just want to see what goodies you got for sale. Me and my party just got in after.
Oh, wait, hang on. Gotta change the music.
That was the music from the haunted house.
This is shocking. This is the shop music.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to inquire as to what goods you've got here, since me and my party just arrived.
Well,
town.
what are you looking for? I got this. I got that.
Got this and that. Well, that sounds like maybe some of the stuff I'm looking for. You got any large packs with many pockets?
Oh, you just looking for like a bag?
Yeah, like real big bags with lots of pockets for storing stuff in.
I mean, I do. I don't got many.
How many you got?
I got 2.
How much you guys selling for?
Together, it'll run you about 100 gold.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my journal. I put more things in just my technical ideas in the journal. But
Right.
I'm gonna take it out with my quill and like real quick take a note of that so I can tell them.
Right.
Then it's like, all right. How about? Do you have any hammers? Well, no. I'll talk to the smith about hammers. The other stuff. It's like, you got any bows around here?
A bow?
I wouldn't be surprised if you did. It's not really a.
I got one, but I don't know if you want it. It's not one of them like magic items.
All right. Well, I won't worry about it. I'll let my buddy know. He's the one who's interested. Maybe he can come check it out.
All right.
Let's see. You got. Let's see. Hold on. I need. You got about 90 ounces of gunpowder.
90 ounces of gunpowder?
I mean, I could get away with like maybe 30.
I can do 30, but that's gonna cost you a lot. Like if you haven't noticed, people here really like their guns.
I mean, have you got some guns for sale?
Not for sale. It's just that. Have you not noticed every guard has a gun?
I didn't
Every
notice.
guard
Every guard has a gun.
guard.
Yeah, I noticed every guard had a gun. That was obvious to me when I came.
Yeah, the sheriff is. It took a lot of convincing for the sheriff to even just let me sell the gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry.
I'll sell it to you, but it's gonna be pricey.
How much per ounce?
Per ounce? Oh, that's gonna be about probably like 40 gold.
Per ounce.
The sheriff really likes his gunpowder, friend. I know it's disgusting.
Sounds like you guys need a new sheriff. Never mind. I say that under my breath. All right.
You just die.
Sheriff didn't even hear you, but you did.
the sheriff like opens the door. It's like, what did I hear you say?
The sheriff.
What tarnation?
What
The sheriff.
tarnation?
He pops his head out of the gun. The gun.
Out of the gun.
The gunpowder barrel is like got a little on his nose. Like, what was that?
Like his hat, like at the top of his head, just perfectly pokes through the lid of the barrel.
See those eye things where he's like,
I am Buford T. Justice, Sheriff, Texas County.
I'm on a high-speed pursuit.
Anyway.
I'm a lawbreaker.
Anyway.
Okay. I'm sorry. I want. God damn it! I hate being a broke warlock. Man. Okay.
Y'all aren't broke though.
Huh?
Y'all have a ton, like 1,000 something gold, don't y'all?
we
No. Sorry, I have
Y'all have group
75,
loot.
72 right now.
we only got like 300.
And we had to split that 75 apiece.
You not remember the 1,300 y'all started with?
We started
No.
with 1,300.
What?
I reminded y'all 3 times. I know this.
Okay, so.
Because you were the one who's supposed to be keeping track of the group loot.
So that's good.
Oh, we banked. Didn't we bank that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bang.
We banked it.
Oh, so y'all don't have it.
Also, I left early that session, so I have no idea.
Yeah, like. I super don't have enough money to afford any of these things you're talking about, which is why I'm like, I'll come back later. Alright, so. Next time.
I've also never had to
Okay,
deal with
hold on.
pricing shit before, so
I'm
I'm
gonna
very
tell you
sorry.
right now. I'm looking at this thing, and while it's homebrew technically for the grenade, it's an alchemist grenade. It's 30 ounce. It's a glass box with 30 ounces of extremely dense gunpowder that explodes in a 10-foot radius, dealing 5d6 fire damage, requiring a dexterity saving throw for half damage against having a DC of 10.
Send it to me.
But it's 35 gold for the grenade for like the entire thing. And if I'm
It's not going to be 35 gold here.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I can tell. I mean, I'm cool with like the place being expensive, but like an ounce of gunpowder, 30 times that plus the glass. Okay.
Try and haggle him.
I could try and haggle him.
Do you want to try and haggle him?
Like, okay, can I tell from looking at this guy that it looks like haggling would be worth it, or is he just like the sheriff?
No, he's definitely not like the sheriff.
Oh, so he's not an asshole?
He's not an asshole.
Okay. Actually, you know
You
what?
can either try and talk through it, or you can roll for it. You can't do both.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and ask him. It's like, is there anything like you need help fixing around here? Because I can tinker for some things in exchange for a discount if I can do that.
Well, none. I don't have anything that's necessarily broken or damaged per se. I mean, like you
And I'm just gonna lean real heavy on on one of the boxes.
leans
and just-
90 degrees.
And like something snaps, and I'm like, oh man, you need help fixing that?
You need help? Is there anything broken around here I could fix for you?
Takes hammer to literally everything.
It's like
No.
cast Eldritch Fire.
Walks up to the cash register, punches cash register. Hey, you guys need anything fixed?
Damn.
With fist still in cash register, like, hey, you got any broken stuff around
Anyway,
Okay, yeah.
he says, no, and if I did, I mean, the smith is also a mechanic, so I would ask
Okay,
him.
yeah, I'll just talk to him. All right. What? I didn't get your name real quick.
Albert,
Albert. Nice to meet you, Albert.
Nice to
Give him a nice, firm handshake.
what's your name?
Jorm.
Nice to meet you, Jorm.
Most
Welcome
people
to
call me
Oasis.
Jorm. My full name's a little
Warm.
Out of the norm.
Suddenly, like, you guys found my, like, one most thing that makes me the most angry. I just, like, erupt in fire, grow wings, and, like, fly away. Okay. God. So, actually, what about, you got any, like, just, like, what's something that they wouldn't need this time? You guys got any, like, precision mechanical parts that you just don't have any need for? Or, like, you guys recycle?
Yeah, everything that we don't, that like, gets broken and we can't fix it, or like, we don't need it anymore, we just give the smith and he repurposes it.
Okay. Well, thanks, Albert. I'll let my buddy know about the bow you got in the back, so he might swing by. And, once I got a little more, penny for the pension, I'll come back. But thanks. Well, can you go and point me in the direction of the blacksmith?
Big stone building.
All right.
You can't miss it.
I will try not to. Thank you very much, and I'll
I'll do my darndest.
give him a little quick salute,
He does the same.
and I'll head on back out.
Alright, and then we're gonna cut to Yaltu.
And them guards.
Birds.
Are we gonna talk to the guards on duty, or do we know where the guard barracks are?
Most of them are probably on duty, and they probably
Well, there's only two
at the storehouse.
At the storehouse.
and those are we want to talk to the storehouse guards.
Oh, you didn't want to talk to them? Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm out of this.
Maybe later.
I mean, that's what we need information for the investigation.
But I'm pretty curious, like, this has been happening for 2 months. How did they not just now notice?
Are you saying this to
Their job is to guard the storehouse.
How did nobody notice before the?
It's like nobody's noticed.
Well, I guess if he's known it's been going on for 2 months, then he's known.
It's more like the numbers just kind of added up and like little by little.
Just now it's like when they
Now it's
finally
just like oh, now they can visibly see that shit's
They
missing.
don't have like a manifest anywhere.
That's where they got the numbers from.
Well, yeah.
But how
like,
often
yeah,
do they
The quartermaster keeps track of that.
So you guys need to talk to the quartermaster.
yeah, we didn't talk to the quartermaster.
Sorry.
Please don't actually look too far into this. I didn't think this far. I didn't think y'all would go this deep in, and I didn't plan for this far. I'm sorry.
You have so little faith.
You should know
Do you
better.
even know me?
Look, man. This
Hello,
is
my name
first
is
hint.
Matthew.
I didn't expect
your
this to
name
go
is
so badly.
Paz.
Okay,
Pacifica Ortega.
Yeah, but like,
Which, by the way, I started playing in just.
I never claimed to be good at what I do.
It's
I just claim to do it.
well,
That's fair.
All right. So guards. Yeah.
If y'all want to talk, I won't stop you.
Standing.
trying to think of something that she could actually say.
Right?
Remember, I'm with you. You
Yeah,
can write
you're-
stuff down and
Yeah.
for me to say it.
This is good.
That's kind of the whole reason I went with you. I don't know what you want, but if you tell me, I can get it.
Like, she's so angry that like nobody's known.
Alright. Alright.
Actually no. She was very.
No, I'm going to tell you straight up. I pulled that number out of my butt because I didn't plan on any of that.
No, she's very curious about pests. She wants to know any like what kind of animals are around here, like coons or
There really aren't.
Foxes. Or
Like this is like so ever since like the area went from being a plains to a desert, nothing really kind of tends to live in the area because like the
salamanders.
What sounded?
Not even that.
That was the.
like salamanders are smart. Like salamanders actually are intelligent beings. Like after the first time really didn't go well, they're not gonna try again.
Yeah. So all right. So Oz walks up to one of the guards.
Follow.
And
Close behind.
ask the guard. Ask one of the guards. Salamander attack. Location?
Excuse me?
What my friend is trying to see, he wants to know, she wants to know, I'm gonna assume where the salamanders attacked.
Yeah, I want to know if there's any like that didn't get killed.
And or any, during the salamander attack, did any of them get away, maybe?
I mean, yeah, a bunch of them ran. Like after they realized they were losing.
Do you have any idea where they would have ran to?
I would think back to the portal.
Okay.
Where's that?
He knows because he found the location earlier.
Is that way. I know the direction and distance.
Roughly.
You know if it with a distance within a mile. It's over a mile.
Yeah.
It's like it's over that way, about yay long.
If it's in a mile, I know exactly how far and what direction.
Yeah.
But I kind of just have a vague idea where this one
Is
is.
that part of the Xanathars?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are only Xanathars?
Small creatures?
Small creatures.
Are there any small creatures around in town?
Like pets?
Pets,
Like
mice, rats, coons.
Just
Any?
None that I would know of.
All right. Are there any? Does anyone in town have a pet maybe?
Again,
Small
not
dog,
that I
cat.
know of.
All right. All right.
By the way, this is how I imagine your character.
That's really all I can think of right now. You have any?
Well, apparently stuff's been. I'm sure you've heard stuff's been going missing for I think 2 months. Yeah. Any weird goings on? Like strange sounds, shadows that maybe even if it doesn't seem all that
Squeaks.
believable. Squeaks maybe.
You just say squeaks.
Maybe just as an example, just anything out of the ordinary
Noise.
that maybe you kind of just passed off at the time.
None that I've seen, but I don't know. I would say ask the night guards, but they're asleep.
Alright, well, thank you for your assistance.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help.
Not a problem, you've given us plenty. We'll leave you to your shift.
He tips his hat to you.
Come
Liz.
on, Pauls.
All right. I go into the bar. I go up to the halfling. And I'm like, I'm really sorry for how I acted yesterday.
Give me persuasion.
All right. I'm not done speaking, man.
Give me persuasion anyway.
Am I rolling persuasion?
Yes.
I wanted to speak for my persuasion.
You're gonna have to persuade him to not think you're being a rapscallion.
Oh.
Because you were kind of being a little bit of a jerk last night.
I'm so sorry. I got a 6. Plus a 6. I got a 12.
Yeah, alright. He doesn't stop listening.
Okay.
He keeps listening.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. My friend gets to be a real jerk when he turns into winter for his emotions. And it just really brings everybody down. But we're looking into the missing rations. And we found a hole in the back covered up by a loose board. We also found some eggshells in the boiler. But none of us really know what they could be, so we were wondering if you had any experience and could look at them, give an opinion,
I mean, yeah, get in here.
and give them there.
Alright, you hand him over. I'm gonna just make him over that. Alright. Hang on 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so,
They're bear eggs.
they're bear eggs. He looks at them, he just he looks at them, he holds them up to the light, and he's just like,
Can't you just wear green, like to the military's allowed to, so.
he holds it out over a candle,
Yeah.
and it doesn't burn. Like he holds it over there for like a good 30 seconds, and it just holds its shape. He's just like, yeah, that's definitely a salamander egg.
Okay, so the sheriff mentioned that a salamander got in the storeroom and was in the boiler. And he
Oh, that's
killed it.
trouble.
But we found these eggs in the boiler. Maybe it laid these eggs before it got killed. And they're stealing your food.
You would know that he did. In fact, like you would know that he, like by process of elimination, you would know that it laid this egg before that because the sheriff outright stated that he killed the mother. He found
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
He found the snake sleeping in the boiler.
Yeah.
Killed
And he
it,
ki-
and
and he
also
killed
did
it.
not know there was eggs in there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, and I send a message to you, and I relay it to you. You just hear in your ear, they were salamander eggs.
Ask them how old they are.
Do you know how old they are? Would you say about like 2 months?
Nah, this thing has been around for more than 2 months.
Okay. A lot longer than 2 months?
Yeah, I would say maybe like a little bit over half a year.
Okay. Do salamanders, how often do they have to eat? Like, do they just not eat for a long time and then all of a sudden start eating?
They eat about as much as me or you.
Okay. Would they eat rations? Maybe?
Yes, food is still food.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know anything about salamanders, so. And I relay that back to you. Oh, they're like half a year old.
Okay. I guess we should probably figure out more, get some more information about salamanders.
Where could I learn more about salamanders?
Me?
Alright. Do you know anything else useful you could tell me?
Well, you seem to be asking about babies, so I guess that. He finishes putting the glass and he puts it upside down on the counter. He says, a salamander doesn't grow quick. It takes them a long time. Like they're still just worms for a while.
Ah, okay.
Like they don't get to be about being up the size of being a danger until like good maybe 2-3 years.
Okay.
This thing ain't been around that long.
Okay. Could it fit through a hole about, I mimic the size of the hole, yay big, yay big?
Well, it depends on how fat it is.
Okay, let's say it's an average.
On average? Considering how old this thing is, I don't think it'd be smart enough to consider doing that.
Alright. What's the rest of the wildlife look like around this town? I know that was already asked, but I wasn't there for it, so.
You seen the desert?
Just desert animals?
That's about as far as it gets. We don't even have those.
Oh.
I'd kill for vulture.
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Good old sand lobsters.
Crunchy.
I think I've got what I need.
He hands the eggshell back to you. Puts that glass down, pulls out a different one, starts cleaning that one.
Thanks, man.
How much would these eggshells be worth?
You're not a pig.
Are these worth anything?
Nah.
Alright. Can they be used in a spell?
I don't know.
Oh man,
Okay.
you wait someone outside just died.
Right?
I don't think I have anything else to ask. I have no idea.
Alright.
I think I've run out of things.
So,
Thanks, man.
we're gonna cut ahead since it's getting late.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now, Marshall, the conversations you wanted to have would not have gone anywhere.
Sincere.
Um,
I cry every time.
that's fair.
What about that bow?
Wait, what was
Oh,
the one that I messaged you about? Not the one with the blacksmith, right?
the blacksmith. If you wanted to have a conversation about buying stuff, you can do that.
That and just like the mechanic side of it.
Bow.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can we buy things later in the chat at the end?
I mean,
What kind of
I have a plan for for y'all being able to buy stuff.
What kind of bow is it?
The shitty one that's not magic.
don't know. You're not there.
Okay. Can we say
It's
we
been the whole
regrouped
day,
and
actually.
shared all our information with each other?
Yeah.
So I'm like, guys.
Can we meet up for lunch at like the saloon?
Salamander eggs.
Yeah, we met up at the saloon for lunch.
Y'all can discuss
Salamanders.
stuff. Y'all discuss stuff. Anything like I'm guessing you mentioned the bow to him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let all you guys know about like it's not only here at the saloon. Like the prices are high just about everywhere because the demand's so high. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, don't plan on buying anything here unless you're willing to empty your pockets.
So, that salamander that the sheriff killed in the boiler had eggs. Those were
Yeah.
salamander eggs in the boiler.
Yeah, I pretty much
Alright.
assumed that.
Well, whatever, man. I figured it out.
Same.
Just let me have my moment. You're not even winter right now.
Basically relaying everything that Reggie told you.
Which is why I'm not moping. I just, I assumed that, which is why I wanted to get them checked out, because now we know.
Okay, so we met up. Do we go? Are we gonna go for another round of things, or are we like wrapping up?
The things like drinks.
I mean, those are expensive. If you're buying, I already spent like 13 gold just in this room alone.
So what do y'all plan to do for the evening?
I want to talk to the blacksmiths.
I'll play some dice.
You're gonna try to make some money on the side?
I want to camp out in front of the hole in the storage.
Are you just gonna like sit out there with your quarter
I
staff?
was gonna
Yes.
say I planned on going there like later in the night. But like as far as that
So,
goes,
camping out.
Actually,
I'm up a tree.
before we
There
split
are no
up,
trees.
so
Well, there are
Well, planet-
bushes.
There's the outhouse.
I'm gonna plant a tree.
Oh man,
make it grow.
Can you plant
you sure do plant that tree.
If you had a
I
dead tree, I
hide.
could bring it back to life.
behind the outhouse, 30 feet away?
Has the hole been fixed yet?
Well, sheriff said he was going to send someone to fix it.
By
Did y'all stop him?
days. And
We're
we mentioned that like it'd be a
We could
better
just-
idea to not. What did the do? Are you saying did we stop the guy?
Did you stop the guy from fixing it?
Oh, I wasn't there. I don't
we
know.
could just re-break it.
That's a terrible idea.
Just like
I mean,
knock
like-
it out with my quarterstaff.
The sheriff already hates us.
Yeah.
And this is literally like their second day here.
I mean, we're just gonna be
If
watching
you
the
hide,
hole.
For
if you
some
hide,
reason-
whatever's going through this hole is still going to come back here to
Like-
go through the hole. They're just going to be disappointed when they find it's not there anymore.
Dude, see
Fair.
that? Like that's the thing though. That's
Yeah.
why I was like, if you leave,
Right,
if
but
you
I'm
leave it
saying
open,
we got to
you're
work.
right.
We got to work with what we've got. So
It's
I'm
like-
just saying you should hide
It's
outside.
like, guy, have you
Okay.
ever used a mousetrap before?
Well, no, he hasn't because there aren't any mice.
Come on.
There would have been, but
Okay.
there aren't.
Are we
There are no
camping
mice
out?
in the cellar.
Are we camping out?
No.
Okay? They're gonna go ahead and camp out, right?
Okay.
You're gonna.
You
Shall I
gonna
get-
join us?
So make some stealth checks, both of y'all.
Me? What am I doing?
Actually, no.
Are you
I
camping out with her?
No, this is the afternoon, right? I was going to go for like the night shift.
No, this is evening.
Evening. Night shift.
With stealth.
Okay.
And
So you're not
also
doing
gonna go
anything yet.
Chill in
No,
the bar
no.
for a little while.
No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna do dice. It's too.
16.
You're reasonably stealthy.
Do you want to also hang
Yeah.
out there?
Because that's my thing. That's my shtick. Stuff.
You can also be scheming.
I could always put on like a common person disguise and just like hang out.
Yeah, you could.
You sure do look like a common person in a
Yes,
trench coat.
Actually, no. We're gonna do Marshall's thing real quick. We're actually gonna cut
Takers in
it
a trench
tonight
coat.
because we really do need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
3 keepers in a trench coat. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Hi, Mr. Blacksmith. I'm an adventurer named
It's a
Jorm.
her.
Hi, Miss. Ooh.
She
Hi, Miss
is
Blacksmith.
built.
Ooh, yes.
She's got muscles.
Hold on.
Very
So
macho.
Very macho.
I wanna show you a picture.
Muscles, big macho.
Hold on. Okay. So hi, ma'am. Madam. Nice to meet you. Put on my hand.
Takes hand.
Takes hand.
Firmly grasps.
I firmly grasp it. I give her the good old
You're
shake.
shaking with your robotic hand.
That's not a power play, I promise. I'm like, so I hear you're into machines.
She shakes your hand and she'll let go of it. It's slightly more clean. Not really.
It's slightly more crunched.
No.
One of the fingers
It
has
is
the slightest
It's a
dent.
very firm handshake.
Alright.
She says, "What can I do for you?"
Well,
What kind of do you for?
shut up. So I hear you're the local smith.
I dabble.
And I look around and see like all the smith's tools, and it's just
She
like,
throws a hammer over her shoulder.
that looks like a nice hammer. I make a mental note of talking to him about the hammer and the sickle, because I imagine I'll also see one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
You don't, I'm gonna rephrase. The hammer she's holding is definitely not the same kind of hammer.
Oh yeah, no, but like it reminds me.
Yeah, okay.
To like talk to him about like, hey, I came here, I saw like she does have like the goods that he's looking for in terms of weaponry.
Right.
But stop. Anyway, I'm gonna be like, so as much as I'd love to say it's like I'm here just to, browse, like I really am here because I want to hear like, I hear you're into machinery. I'm a tinkerer myself. What can I see some of your work? Because I imagine like she's probably got some good stuff in here.
I don't really have anything that's like. I don't really have anything that I keep myself. I mean, like I keep the forge running, but like, and I do maintenance on everything around town. But
Yeah.
I don't really have anything. Like, I know you mean your arm. I can tell. Just
Yeah, no.
like, why else would you come talk to me about machines?
Oh, it's from her. So it's
Yeah,
like
this is
I'm
her.
like,
This is her.
well, I mean, like I recently, and by recently, in the last, 10 years, came into possession of this. Huh?
Don't take too long. Remember.
All right.
We do need to wrap this up.
No.
Fix the point. I get you.
I want to have a conversation.
I know. I feel you.
Okay, so
But I did
anyway.
not make enough content for this.
So anyway,
for
Got prepared finally. God.
so
Look,
anyway,
man, I'm not the DM, okay?
you're everyone else.
I'm just everyone else.
So, I heard that this is where like the broken, no longer usable parts go to be like resmelted into usable metal.
Yeah.
Like, you got anything that, I know you would know whether or not something's like completely unusable or just needs a little bit of work. And
You want spare parts?
If you got them and they're in if they're in like repairable condition, then I'm in the market because I'm always looking to do some new stuff with this.
She goes inside and she pulls out like a sizable maybe like a wash tub, and she comes out with it and she just kind of puts it down in front of you. It's just like filled with like broken like bits and pieces of like piping and other machinery. Like if you can find something that you want to salvage, you can take it. This
Okay.
stuff ain't worth it. This stuff ain't worth a dime.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take
You'd have to dig through it. That would be investigation.
All of it.
investigation.
Yeah.
I take everything.
You
Me.
can't do that.
Lance walks in, takes the whole pile, and walks out.
I'm gonna try and take as much as I can
You
carry.
die.
I'm gonna try and take as much as I can carry, but I'll take like, and I'll talk to you after the session about like how useful this stuff
Yeah,
might be.
yeah. I appreciate that.
Okay. It's shitty. It's a shitty roll, but it also didn't roll. I threw it and then it just slid.
Would you like me to roll?
Yeah, if you want to. For reference, my investigation is 4.
It's 14.
All right. Do I find some good usable parts? Actually, I'll go ahead and say it. The kind of stuff I'm looking for right now, because my most recent idea that's in my journal is based on the whole I'll say this for everyone's sake, because for me, for my mechanical arm, the system I've worked out with Riley is that if I want to make modifications to it that are like usable for things other than just grabbing things with my hand,
Being an arm.
or like other than just being
Functions beyond being an arm.
Yeah, exactly. I have to like have the idea, and then I have to successfully develop it, which takes essentially a quarter of a day to do, and then I need a long rest afterwards generally. But once it's once it's there, like I can install a modification, and then, you know, like right now, my idea is grappling hook, because when we were in the cave and like I was getting people to throw ropes down to us, I'm like, man, it would be a real good idea if we had ropes that were easier to use. And then I'm like, well, you know, thieves have grappling hooks. And then I'm like, grappling hooks. Yeah. Do you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not related at all.
Okay.
Lockpick finger, but
Oh,
unrelated.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, eventually, like if you've got that idea, that's why I was saying is like, because you guys can give me ideas.
So what is it you're looking for?
I'm looking for anything, like any kind of gear system that can be used for a reel.
Okay.
As well as the tubing for, I'd say about, 6 to 8 inches long. That doesn't need to be pressurized, but like also springs. If I can find any springs that would fit inside that size tubing or on the outside, because I could make that work.
Okay.
As well as like I could fashion a grappling hook mount itself, but if I find any of those tools, like any of those pieces as well. So it's just like, I'd say 13 or 14 different like little small metal components that I can make a prototype for and then work off of that.
Alright. You find a tin can that's in relatively good condition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like a tin can. It's
A canister, yeah.
Yeah, it's a canister. It's got a hole in it, but it's a canister.
It's functional.
You find some broken gears. Whether or not you want to take those, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll take it. Got room.
And you find half a spring.
So a very shitty grappling hook. I can go up a floor at a time. Got it.
If you successfully build it and make something out of these parts.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of like.
Yeah. So you find half a spring, like 3 broken gears, and one broken canister.
All right. I'll go ahead and ask her how often she gets like a fresh load of like new parts.
And all the good parts I have.
I mean, let's start not a fresh load of like fresh new parts, but like how often does she end up going through stuff and replacing a bunch of stuff and finding broken parts that like then I could.
Oh, stuff breaks around here all the time.
Okay. So like I could come back the next day and like see if there's new stuff.
Probably.
Okay. Okay, cool. And then I'll just be like, so, yeah, I've got some ideas for this. Like, I'm always open to advice on, like, mechanic stuff. But, like, I just, I figured you would be the person around here because, like, I really like this.
Right.
And working with this. And you got it. If you see something, like, I'm just like, hey,
Do you see anything you could that I need pointers on?
I would need some time to look at it, but
Just like pop it off and just like hand it to her. Yeah, you can keep it for the night. No.
okay.
Bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need it tonight, I'd imagine. But like, I'll be like, yeah, if you want to take a look at it sometime, I'd be happy to, trade my arm for a story.
Sure.
I want it back. Afterwards.
Oh, you want it back? Okay.
If you tell me a real good story, you can just keep my arm and I'll go build another one.
I mean, now that I have the designs,
But yeah, I'll look at you. I'll look at you and see if there's anything I can do. But
sorry, continue.
on your jets, Mister.
I didn't say that to her. Stop.
Eyebrows aggressively. But yeah, if you were to let her look at your arm, it would be quite you would have to spend a long ass time doing it.
Yeah, it would be like the next day, or like the next free day that I have before I leave town.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm done. I'm gonna get her name too.
Blair.
Blair.
Like the Wish project?
Oh my
The witch product?
Like the witch product.
The Blair Witch product.
God.
Actually, that's the name of her star. That's the name of her spin. The Blair Witch product.
Okay, cool.
Great.
So
But it's
like,
it's called Blair, witch product, question mark.
I firmly grasp her hand once again.
That
Give her
gets
the
a-
good old one too.
Give me the one too.
That gets a salute.
Tip of the hat.
And then I'm gonna take my leave and say, y'all have a good night.
You too now, you hear?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go from there back
To nighttime.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I'm gonna go quickly back to the room and then to the stakeout.
Okay. Are you hiding?
I'm gonna go and use my ability since it's dim light. I imagine at this point. Yeah. Is it dim?
It's not dim quite yet. It's getting there though. It's like an hour away.
I'm gonna say for the hour that it's not dim, I'm gonna roll for stealth, and then as soon as it gets to dim light that I'm able to use one with the shadows, I'm throwing that on.
Okay. Give me this.
Without trace.
Do you
Okay.
see how it keeps not rolling and instead it just slides?
Yeah.
Guys, I think we should set up some watches so that, two people watch, two people take naps. We get some rest and we get to look out.
I got a 17
How
on
many
stealth.
don't you sleep?
You're pretty stealthy.
Oh,
You're
that's
hitting
good.
quite well.
Just camouflaged. I'm actually an iguanaborn.
You're hiding
Or a
behind
chameleon-born.
you're hiding behind a building that's on the across the road.
So I could take first watch.
And you're just kind of watching out everything.
I could take first watch and you could take over when it's dark and you're invisible.
Paz
it's not quite
kind of
different.
wants to, put on her common clothes disguise and just sit on the front porch looking at the building on a rocking chair, being that little grandma lady, just
Okay.
oh, those young whippersnappers.
All right, yeah, sure. So night rolls around.
Cast without trace.
Whoosh. Who has passed without trace?
Me.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice. It's like the dead of night. It is very dark. The only lights being the lights that shine the outside of the walls to illuminate everything so that they can see what's coming towards them. Inside the walls, it's very dark. Because when it's night, people go the fuck to sleep.
That's what you think.
You got me. And it gets pretty late. Whoever is actually, so y'all are doing shifts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just there all the time?
Yes. Yes.
I can be there for the first one.
No, I'll just be there.
So you're there all the time.
Yeah.
Shifts. Marshall
Yeah.
shifts.
I went first, he went second.
She's gonna go first. I'm gonna go second. He's up all night either
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah.
I'll take the first nap and then wake up after
Okay,
the
so
later one.
first, second, third.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and then if I'm gonna say if anything looks sketchy, if you see anything sketchy with your special eyes, let us know immediately. Wake us up.
We'll do.
My brother.
My bread.
My brand.
Look at their special eyes.
My bread.
My brother.
Okay. Yes.
Alright, so during your shift,
Okay,
My shift.
me.
you're
also
every
awake.
shift is your shift.
Exactly.
Pass out Trace is still give me a stealth check.
The stealth? Yeah, okay. 16.
Okay.
Wait. $22.
Alright. You rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Damn. So during where are you?
I'm like kind of on the side of the outhouse, like not where the hole is, but like, so if like this is the front of the building,
Okay.
and this is where the outhouse is, I'm on this side of the building, kind of just like.
Okay. Cool. So, and so y'all two, both of y'all give me perception checks.
Oh my gosh.
16.
I got another 5.
Damn.
I'm watching some flowers. Ooh.
So you said you got 5, you got 16. Okay. So, as it becomes the dead of night, you hear some very, very soft movements coming from around the back of the house, and just kind of creeping up along the wall, very, very slowly, very carefully, and just kind of slowly approaching you.
What is it? I'm looking.
You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
As it rounds the corner, you see that it is Laszlo.
Laszlo.
I knew it. I knew that damn dirty little kid was gonna steal his parents' key and come over here because his
Because
dad's.
he's a dragonborn. That's pretty racist against yourself, Marshall.
I'm not being racist. As soon as they were a small creature, and I'm like, the only small creature that has access to a key is him from. Anyway, sorry. Please continue. I'm asleep until you wake me up. You should wake me up.
I shake you awake.
Okay, she shakes me awake.
Wait, are they just sleeping on the ground?
Are y'all
next to
just
where we're
sleeping
taking
on
it?
the
We-
ground
You
somewhere?
guys not go
what?
to the room?
No, I'm
We're
sleeping out
outside,
there,
on
and
the
I'm also hidden.
I was gonna say, that's very not stealthy.
That's very not stealthy
Just
to be just
laying-
sleeping on the ground.
He's invisible.
I'm invisible. It's
That-
dim
that's-
light.
You don't need concentration for
if
that?
being invisible is still you
No.
still move and breathe in your sleep.
Yeah,
Still makes
but I'm
sense.
It
invisible.
is the dead of night. It is silent.
Okay, so
And also, when you're asleep, you don't stealth except for the fact that you're invisible. They can't see you, but they can steal everything else.
But I mean, I feel like he'd make the same amount of noise if he was
We could
awake.
just
You'd
stuff
still
him
be
in the
breathing.
outhouse.
yeah, I don't
Yeah, but if you're
snore.
awake, you can quiet
I'm not.
down.
You're not stuffing me in the outhouse. I'm not allowing that. You can stuff him in the outhouse.
But I guess to resolve this,
No,
we all
alright.
just stayed up.
Alright,
and
whatever.
We all just stayed up.
Alright,
No one went to sleep.
alright.
No shifts.
Alright, cool. Makes my life easier. Y'all are all fatigued.
We'll sleep
No,
later.
not really.
Except for me!
Except for you! Yay! No. How about you just message them?
Yeah, no,
Why
they're.
I'll be across
they're
the
in
street,
room.
asleep up against, asleep hidden up against the building that he's sitting on and sleeping in the rocking chair. And you see me open my eyes and look across the street.
Kiddo, things are happening.
Do you do anything?
Does Laszlo hasn't seen me yet, has he?
He has not seen you yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I have sleep. I can put him to sleep.
I mean,
So you can't.
he's
Do
just a kid.
No, do
Not
it.
yet.
Do it.
He's
Not
just.
yet.
Alright,
Just a
no,
kid.
actually,
We
let's
need to
follow.
watch him in action.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see what
Watch
he
him.
does.
Yeah.
See who does follow.
So like, don't wake them up just yet.
Don't let him go in though,
Some-
because if he goes in, then we have to break in.
No.
Because if he goes in through the hole, we have
the
to
hole's
break.
been patched up.
Oh, you're right.
So if he tries.
So if
You guys need to be on the opposite side from him, and then we can come up on the other side.
He's walking towards the hole.
Got it. Okay.
But why is he stealing the ship?
Well, we're gonna
We'll
find out.
find that out.
Yeah.
But alright, so
I'm not gonna.
if we left the hole open,
The hole's not open.
It's
I
not
bet,
if we left the hole open, he steals the ship, brings it back to wherever he's taking it.
I bet it's for the salamanders. He's raising them as pets.
That makes sense. Well, let's just see what he does. I'm gonna wait.
Oh, wait, I keep forgetting I can breathe fire.
No, only full-grown salamanders can breathe.
No, I can breathe lightning.
Oh, I thought you said you could breathe fire.
I did say breathe fire. I was.
Anyways, what's the kid doing?
So he's going.
Does he have a key?
He's walking along the edge, trying to be as like quiet and as like
If we want to
against the
approach.
wall as possible, trying to stay as like outside as he can. He goes along the wall.
I would like
and-
to have he's coming from the back of the building.
Yeah,
right?
he's
Alright,
coming from
so, like,
behind the
when I
building.
see him around the corner, I'm gonna jump to the other side of the outhouse and kind of peek around.
Right.
Off stealthily.
Can we approach from across the road towards the front of the building?
I'm gonna suggest
Stealthily.
that, like,
I have a question. Is the sheriff with us? Cause
No.
he didn't want to stay with us?
No.
Okay.
he's want to sleep. Hey, what's
Yes.
the child doing? What?
He gets to like the side of the outhouse. He like looks around, and he kneels down. He tries to pull the board off. He sees that it doesn't move. He's like, no, come on.
Can I see Liz from where I am?
I don't know, Liz. Are you within sight of him?
Where are
Well,
you?
I'm watching the hole, so.
From where?
I guess near the outhouse. Can you see me?
If I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna motion like we're gonna flank him since there's outhouse, storehouse, jump to either
All right.
side.
So like he's pulling on the board that y'all know is now
I'm gonna
put up, and he's visibly starting to panic.
yeah. I'm
Alright.
gonna
He's like pulling on.
motion to Liz.
He's like, come on.
I want to
There you go.
cast slow on him.
Don't hurt the kid.
It's not. It's just gonna make him walk slow.
Doesn't it give him
Wouldn't he
debuffs?
notice?
It does, but I mean, it's not like he's gonna get attacked.
Wouldn't he notice?
No, I.
Well,
I was
I
saying
mean,
we
if
should
it's
flank him.
successful, then he's
Wait,
real slow.
Wait, who? Okay, hold on. Let me. You guys keep talking, but like,
Okay.
don't do anything like major until I figure this out.
Fine.
I was
never
gonna
mind.
say we like.
Just
'cause
creep
he's
up on him. Okay, we just creep up.
yeah from opposite sides, so
Okay.
he's trapped.
Like as he's pulling on it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we can we
Uh,
also approach now? Like, can I stealth or try to move stealthily?
make some stealth checks.
Yeah, we should have had you pretend to be the sheriff and just be like, "What are you doing?" And then get a confession.
All right, so
I better succeed on this.
Like,
Get
I
off of my back.
don't think we should cast spells or anything on him because he's
You
just
have
a
a
kid. He
+10
is probably
because
just
that's without
feeding the
traits.
salamanders.
I feel like you're close enough.
Wait, so I actually have a 20?
I mean, I think so. It's like,
pass without trace.
how large is the?
30 feet. I can choose
Is
any
he
number
30
of
feet
people.
away?
Any number of people within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Was he when I cast it?
Yes.
I'm all right.
Right, then yeah, you got it too.
Yeah, so
On
I have a
stealth.
20
So 20.
on stealth.
I have a.
Add 10 to it.
Oh.
That's what pass without trace does. It's a passive plus
Oh,
10
it gives
to
us.
stealth.
It gives it to,
Yeah.
to us too. I'm also 30.
30.
No. Like 18 plus 2 plus
Fuck.
10. I am very stealthy.
Super stealth.
But with that, what I would like to do
Mm-hmm.
is I'd like to come up right next to him. Does anyone oppose?
No, I was gonna say like, before we like try and get everyone involved, since it's just the kid, we let him get to the hole. Me and Liz jump out on either side of the outhouse, so we can't just dart away, and then we kind of like figure out why he's here.
Well, how about, from a sneak and a spy point of view, let him do his shit, and then watch where he goes,
Well,
and
I mean-
don't touch him.
That would be, if the hole was still there, that would be easy, but we don't know what he's gonna do now that the hole's not there. He could just give up and go home, but we want to make sure.
So as he continues pulling on and panicking, both you and Liz, the gentleman the closest to him, you see him start crying. He's getting visibly more flustered and stressed by not being able to get this board off. and like to the point where he's like grabbing it with like all he can. He's just like trying to pull on it, but it's just not coming off.
Okay.
Wait.
Until then he just kind of like hangs his head over the board and like just like his head against the wall in shame as he just kind of like cries to himself a little bit.
Can I message you to go get the sheriff? Be like,
Personally, I think it would be better. Lassie, go get the sheriff.
go get the. I told you, go get the sheriff right now. We're about to catch the.
I nudge you and I say, go get the sheriff.
I get the sheriff. I run over to the sheriff's house.
Can I grapple the child?
God, it's a kid, guys. We just have to stop him and ask him
It doesn't do damage.
Okay.
All it is I grab him.
I want to say.
He's already clearly upset. I think we should just stop him from running away.
I
and
can
ask
sing him a
what he's doing.
lullaby in dragon speak.
Can I say?
of interconic.
Lazar?
Laszlo.
Laszlo's the kid. I'm
Okay.
Lance.
Can I say, Laszlo? What are you doing, buddy?
He turns to you saying that and then he just runs off.
I can't sleep.
Why did you?
No, my whole
do that?
plan was to flank him. So then he
runs off one direction. They're on both sides of him, so he has to run through one.
We
of them.
could catch him.
There's nowhere for him to run.
How fast is he?
Make a dexterity check.
There's house,
I can't
Dexterity
sleep
check.
on him.
people.
Dexterity.
Alright,
check.
that's got a saving throw, I bet.
I'm there,
It
by the
has.
way. We at this point.
Yeah, but y'all are farther away than these two are.
Yeah, but we're like just on the other side of the outhouse.
I'm already. I'm
Spell-
I got a 15.
Oh, he's at the sheriff. I'm on the other side of the outhouse, so I can see both sides. I can see both of them. I can't see the kid.
I got 15.
Alright,
It
15
does not have
dexterity.
a save.
It doesn't?
It says, this spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of the creature this spell can affect.
Oh, isn't that like if it's got more hit points than
Then the number you roll, he
Yeah.
gets it.
Yeah, he
I
falls
need
asleep.
to roll
No, if he has
5d8.
more hit points, he doesn't go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roll 5d8 and
Um,
see if it matches.
Can I have 5d8?
Use the back alley gambling.
Yeah, okay, let me do that real quick.
If he's only got.
Why didn't I just grapple him? Or I could shout out to him in Draconic. Like, stop right there,
He's not
criminal
gonna
scum. You
stop.
violated the law. You will pay the fine.
Oh, it's only still your sweet roll.
So it's to your sleep roll?
I'm just saying, like, it's just a kid.
Yeah, but
you have to cast spells on him.
He's running away.
Well, that's the whole
You
reason.
can stop him.
Hey,
by
no, but that's the whole reason we
being
have
in
spells.
front of him.
But no, that's why we have spells, is so
I
that we
think
can stop kids.
He's small. He could do
Because we
that.
clearly can't stop goddamn orcs
Roll.
from
did
killing
stop
a member of our
orcs.
party.
I ain't dead.
5d8. Send.
30.
It says 30.
Alright, no, he passes out face first in the dirt.
I'm gonna go pick him up.
Got him.
I pick him up.
You pick him up.
Cradle.
I'm cradling.
Alright, do
You're
I have
holding.
the sheriff with me?
I'm very flustered by this whole situation.
Yeah, you got the sheriff with you.
Alright, and we're back at the thing.
He's as grouchy as they come.
We're back at the place.
Alright,
And
so
I'm also.
Hey, Liz, how long does your spell
situation
last?
Turned out.
I think it just lasts like a minute. Hold on. Duration 1 minute.
alright.
In the minute, I would like to like move to like tie him up with some rope.
Sheriff does not let you.
This is
No,
a
no,
child.
There.
Hey, he's not there yet.
Get there, okay, yeah. Alright.
This is a
You don't have
child.
to
Okay, so why would the sheriff
He's a
not let
thief.
us tie him up?
Because it's a kid.
Because he's
Kid.
He's a
And
thief.
even then, this one wouldn't want you to do it anyway.
No.
I mean, if the sheriff didn't
I
stop you, this guy
lightly
would.
bind his
So
wrists
I think
together behind his
I
back.
think that since we sent you to get the sheriff, you would get back before the kid wakes up. Because we sent you a
Yeah.
little bit before we
So,
talked to the
He
kid.
ties the kid up before I bring the sheriff back.
No,
No.
we don't
So
tie
you
the kid
two
up.
figure
You
that
just
out.
hold him.
Don't tie the child.
Okay. I would like to tie his wrists.
No.
Okay,
I'm gonna oppose this.
at the very least, I'm going to
Give
grapple
him a
him.
strong hug.
Just bear hug him.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my like.
Football.
It's fine if you
I'm
just
just-
hold him, but don't tie him up.
No, you're big enough. You can just.
Yeah, kid is a child.
I grapple him with a 22. Does his dex, like, do you want to roll for him to see if he can escape that?
No, you definitely got him.
Well, no, like, so that's against...
He's held.
Well, that's against, like, an athletics or dexterity.
He's also asleep, so he can't get out of it.
He can't oppose you, he's asleep.
So you just hold him.
Okay, cool. I got him.
Alright,
With my metal arm.
Alright, Sheriff arrives. What in Torbation?
Okay, so
I walk up to the sheriff. I'm starting to glow. I'm very upset with how this is turning out. Sheriff, we found the perpetrator. It's Laszlo. Like we said, he was using the hole to get into...
Found a suspect.
We found the perpetrator. He was using the hole to get into the storehouse. We don't know why he was stealing rations because now he's asleep.
Technically, it's a
I
suspect.
shake him away.
He's a suspect.
Now listen.
No, you don't shake him away.
I do shake him
No,
away.
you don't. I'm the one holding him.
Oh my gosh.
I'll hold on to him.
Anyways, we saw him walk up to where the hole was and try and remove the board, presumably to get in and steal rations. We don't know why, because this one quickly put him to sleep before I could ask questions.
Well, he ran away before you could ask questions.
My plan was to stop him from running away.
Yeah, my plan was to grapple him so he couldn't run, but was also immobilized.
Shut up. Keep talking.
Plan was we were going to stop him from running away. She confronted him too soon, so he ran and she cast sleep on him. So now we have to wait for him to wake up before we can ask him questions.
I shake him and he wakes up.
You don't shake him.
He doesn't wake up because it's
No,
magic sleep.
you just shake him and he wakes up. It says it lasts until somebody shakes him.
Oh, does it say that?
Yeah.
You don't shake him. I'm holding him.
I shake him.
I hold him up higher than you can touch him.
Oh my god.
We need to get awake so we can ask questions.
Please just let me shake him.
No,
I can't fly on myself.
Both of y'all, shut up.
Let me shake
We're
him.
going to see Osmond right now. This is his boy. This is his
Carry
problem.
the kid asleep.
All right,
Until he wakes up.
y'all walk to back to Osmond's house, and the sheriff, like, very not gently bangs on the door. Osmond, get your ass down here.
Wait. Before on the way, can I like do an investigation of the kid to see if he has the key on him?
Okay, sure. You gonna frisk the kid?
I'm frisking the kid.
Oh no.
I do a 10, so I probably can't tell.
You
but
don't find the key.
Okay.
You don't find a key of any description.
Okay. There's no key on this kid.
So y'all, after like a minute, a very sleepy Deputy Osmond comes down and he says, "Sheriff, what's going on?" He says, "Your boy has been the one stealing from the storehouse." He says, and like all that, suddenly Osmond's awake. He's like, "What?"
I take the child and
He's awake now.
He's
It's
awake.
definitely been a minute.
Right, I take him and he's from like this, and then I rotate him in my hands, and he's still like stiff as a board like this, and I just like do the rotation thing and place him down, and then turn him around to face his dad and put my hand on his shoulder very firmly, intimidating him.
You do.
Nice.
With a, I do. Okay, yeah. I got a 22.
Like
so
he is sobbing, he is crying, like he is just.
I'm gonna
like,
give him a light squeeze to let him know this isn't angry.
If he was an adult, he would be a broken man.
I'm definitely off to the side, just trying not to yell at these people. Just, you know, pinching the bridge, just ripping my nose.
Giving him a little squeeze on the
Avoiding
shoulder to let him know
situation.
Now
I'm
you
not
got
angry at
police.
him. I'm just disappointed.
He kneels down, like Osmond kneels down to his son and puts his hand, like his hands on like his shoulders. He's like, "So why would you do this?"
Wow.
He says, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I had to. He says, "But what do you mean you had to?" I had to.
Can I ask him a question?
You can. Ask who? Laszlo?
Yeah. Yeah, hey
You
buddy. Are you bringing the food to some salamanders?
As you say that, he just kind of pulls away. He pulls away from you, and as well as his dad,
Can
and
he
he
pull
runs
away from me?
upstairs. Yes, he does.
I have grapple.
This is you aren't
No,
grappling him.
Can I move to grapple
you
him?
have a hand on his shoulder. No,
It's a very tight.
he's already run away.
Damn it!
And you also established it's not a tight grasp.
Yeah, you did say
It's a firm
you're like,
grasp where I
It's
He gets
truly
away.
he has run away, and
Dash up the stairs.
and he
I'm
runs
saying this
away
to
as he
try
runs
and calm
upstairs. And
Try
as he
and
runs away, he says, I can't let you hurt Cinder." And he runs upstairs to his room. And Osmond yells and runs after him.
do that little
As
Godzilla
does
thing
the
when my
sheriff.
mouth opens and a little lightning just.
Oh my god.
Atomic breath.
Do y'all follow them upstairs?
Yes.
I'm okay, yeah. I'm gonna say, I'm going. You probably need to take a moment and cool back down.
Yeah, hey, let's sit at like the dinner table.
Let's go.
I'm gonna take a seat.
Let's go see if we can. I turn to the sheriff and says, "Do you mind if we go try and solve this?"
Sheriff's already ran upstairs.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we follow them.
Are you still sitting at the dinner table?
Yeah,
I'm at the
I'm
dinner
with
table. I'm
So y'all two upstairs.
very flustered.
Yes.
Okay.
Thankfully, I'm fireproof.
Dice.
Guys,
You guys want to play? You guys are gonna play dice?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mad. I'm trying to not be mad.
I'm trying to calm you down.
Gamble money from them to make
You
you mad.
don't have to roll. I'm not trying to stop you from calming me
We're
down.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So y'all run upstairs, and what y'all see Laszlo just kind of like standing firmly in front of the
Closet.
like the wood stove furnace. In like what is it? What is it called?
Put that fire out.
That kills people.
What is it called?
Ooh. I missed it.
What?
I don't know.
You could put the fire out.
Oh, I can put the fire out.
Yeah, but like that kills people.
Yeah, he's just in front of he's just kind of blocking the wood stove furnace. He's like, you can't hurt him.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
Please don't. hurt him."
nobody's gonna get like firmly. If I have to make an intimidation roll, I will. But like I'm gonna say firmly, like nobody's gonna hurt anybody. Everyone needs to calm down, and we need an explanation for what's going on here.
Laszlo just kind of just like both
Who's
Osmond-
Cinder? I'll ask a very easy question. Who is Cinder?
He's my friend.
Where is your friend?
He just kind of turns towards the furnace. Like he just looks at the furnace.
I'm gonna carefully move up to the furnace
I could
with
probably pick it up.
you in tow. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her it's like
He's super in the way.
I'm gonna take Laszlo. I'm gonna like take him by.
He
the
will
shoulder.
not. He refuses to move. He
I
refuses to
will
let
grapple
go of the furnace.
him. Okay, I grapple him.
Osmond yells at you, "Get your hands off my boy!"
I turn to Osmond. I will
Here.
grapple you.
Wait.
Okay.
I want
He
to
pulls his gun on you. He says,
Oh my
"Touch
God.
my
Nice.
boy."
Hold my gun
Yeah.
on
to
him.
go.
A little-
Calm down real quick. I want to crouch down next.
I got a gun on me. Let me respond to this.
Okay.
Put your gun away.
Oh my god.
Then let go. of
We're
my
gonna.
boy.
I didn't actually grab him. I didn't roll. I wouldn't grapple him until I rolled to see if I can.
Still. All right.
Okay.
In that case, then no, he did not pull his gun on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna crouch down in front of Laszlo.
Osmond is his dad.
Laszlo, and I'm gonna be like, hey buddy, can we meet Cinder, please? Can we see him? We're not gonna hurt him, we just wanna see him.
Persuasion.
Yeah, give me a persuasion, actually.
Okay, my words don't count.
No, they don't.
Okay, well I got a 17 plus 6.
Like he looks at you, like his eyes still glassy from the tears. And then he looks back at the stove and he just kind of like slowly moves away. And through the bars you can see a fireworm, better known as a baby fire snake, better known as a baby salamander.
Okay.
What's it best known as?
A fireworm.
Alright.
Like a WYRM?
Either or.
Okay. Well, there
There's a difference.
is a difference. WYRM and WORM are two very different things.
Alright, we'll go with WYRM.
Yeah, that's definitely the baby dragon baby snake thing.
It does not have legs.
It's a word.
Yeah.
It's like a wyvern, but weird.
Weird.
Weird. Okay, so you find the worm.
Okay.
You want to grab the worm? Do you
I'm
grab
not
the
just
worm?
gonna grab it,
Grapple
because that
the
would
worm.
make everything terrible.
Okay.
Make everything
I'm just
bad.
gonna be like, could I hold your buddy?
He
Break
picks
his
up
neck.
the fireworm, and just kind of hug cradles it,
Yeah.
and he just kind of backs up into a corner. She says, "No, you're gonna hurt him.
What is
I know it."
Okay, I won't hurt him. I want to take off one of my gloves and show one of my fire hands. Your buddy Cinder and I will get along very well. And
Okay.
take off my little fire
I don't
cap.
trust you.
I'm all fire dude, and your fireworm is fire. We're gonna do very well together. Just let me hold him. I promise I will not hurt him.
No,
I did really well in my perception. Do you want me to roll again?
no, he will not let you take this.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna turn to Osmond and be like, I'm the sheriff, addressing both of them. It's like, I realize he's your son, and this is your town, but do you guys want to handle the situation, or do you want us to handle the situation? Because I will happily go with either one of them. But if you let us handle this, situation, it could go easy. If you let me handle the situation, it could go a little less easy. And if you guys try to handle the situation,
The sheriff looks at you and he says, "I know what I need to do." He turns to Oz and he says, "The fireworm needs to die, and that boy is a thief. He needs to be locked up." And Osmond just says, "Excuse me?"
And then I'm like, and this is why I asked you want us to handle this situation. Because we can take care of it.
And the sheriff turns to you and says, "Boy, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you."
You couldn't throw me.
Oh my gosh.
He glares at you.
So not whatever amount you trust me is more than you could throw me.
Okay. Can I?
No, he doesn't trust you at all.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you're right. Sorry, whatever amount you can trust me doesn't.
Wait,
Can
why
I
doesn't
talk
he
to-
trust us at all? It's
Yeah, why? Well, we just found the thief. Oh,
Deliver
yes, no.
supplies.
Can I talk to Laszlo real quick?
Save you
Yeah,
guys.
you're
You're still talking
That's
about
what you've been doing.
Well, right now, I just want to be like, hey, buddy.
Hey,
So, if you want your fireworm friend Cinder to be okay, you gotta let me take him with me. Because the sheriff isn't too happy with you for taking the food. But, if you want, I will take care of Cinder. I will love him with all my heart. Remember, we're both fire, we get along great. And I don't want anything to happen to Cinder, so just,
It's her responsibility.
I don't want it to go to the sheriff. I am way better for Cinder than the sheriff.
I can't. He's the only one who understands.
understands what? I'll at this point I'll turn around and be like, understands what, kid?
What it's like to have your parents killed.
Buddy.
Boy! Hold on. This is the part where I just look at everyone else and just give me a minute.
I saw that one coming.
I'm gonna pull him, I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of his neck, and I'm gonna slide him.
Oh my. Be
can-
calmer.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him by the scruff
Oh
of
my
his neck,
gosh.
and I'm gonna drag him and his fireworm over to the side a little bit.
He is kicking and screaming. He is not having
Okay.
any of this.
No,
I'm gonna be
before-
like-
can I block that? Don't attack this child.
I'm not attacking the child. Why does everyone think this is attacking?
Oh, okay.
Because you're being very handsy.
Because everyone in this
Yeah.
town is hostile as fuck.
Okay, yeah, so I fit in just perfectly, it sounds like. So I'm like, listen, son. In the friendly son, not like the you're my kid, son. Listen. I'm gonna tell you right now that thing you got in your arms understands just about as much as you're willing to feed it. And that's about it. Yeah. You're probably having a good time now, but it's gonna get bigger, it's gonna get harder to handle, you're gonna get your parents in trouble, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, and, second of all, if you wanna talk to someone about knowing what it's like for this and that,
say.
It's just like, you're not alone, kid.
But I'm downstairs.
Yeah, he's downstairs. It's like, listen, kid, I'm gonna roll for persuasion. Because I guess I'm not trying to intimidate him at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and persuade him to be more open to like working with us on this.
Okay.
I'm not saying like entirely like give up on whatever, but like to work with us, be you know. I don't persuade him very well. I could intimidate him, but I'm not. I'm gonna just like gently persuade him.
What did you get?
A 12
Okay.
total.
Like he gets what you're saying. He says, he's like, I can take care of him. I know I can. I've done so far since I found him.
Can I talk to him real quick?
Yeah, no, you can come over.
I want to say like, but buddies.
He takes a step away from you because you're trying to steal his friend.
I'm not trying to steal his friend right now.
You've been doing nothing but saying like, hey, give me your friend.
I'm not giving. I'm saying let me take care of him. Like the sheriff is gonna murder
Yeah, give me
his
your
friend.
You to tell
I didn't say give me.
This child is perceiving it as
Okay.
you're saying to take you. You're saying you want to take his friend away.
I'm just gonna
He's
say
not okay with that.
that to take care of your worm, you've been stealing from the town. You've been making it really hard for everybody else to survive. You've sent the town into the panic. They blamed the mayor, and the mayor almost got in a lot of trouble. Like, this isn't the way to take care of
trouble
the
for
worm.
anybody.
Well,
And I know.
stop doing it. Also, at this point, I'm gonna switch back off because good cop, bad cop. I'm gonna go back and be like, okay, you two, have you figured out what you're gonna do yet to them? Are they still arguing over
They're
whether or not
still
they're gonna kill the kid?
You're not gonna kill the
Kill
kid.
him and imprison the kid.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Marshall?
I'm sorry.
So you kill this kid or what?
I'll do it. I swear to God.
I pull out my gun.
You don't kill this kid, I'm gonna.
No, I'll bluff him. I'll be like, here. Like, I'll just like, I'll open up my coat a little bit and be like, look. If you let us handle this situation, we can deal with the worm, and you guys can deal with the kid on your own terms.
At this point, Osmond's wife comes upstairs and she says, like she's very tired, she's just angry housewife, and she just says, I don't care what y'all are talking about. I don't care what's going on.
And then you go to sleep.
I don't care how long this has been going on. And then she just screams, get out.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait till Osmond gets out because that's the time that everyone.
Oh yeah, no, Osmond has bolted.
I'm like, grab the
Can
kid,
I-
let's go.
No. Can I make a little flame in my hand and just be like, just let me hold the firearm?
No,
No, we're
Osmond ran
I'm
out with
gone.
Osmond.
Like, yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, I go with
I'm
that.
not messing with the wife.
Woo!
Where's
she
the,
kicks y'all two out too.
Oh, okay.
the house? Okay, so we're all just sitting out front now.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, okay, listen, everybody. I'm gonna either need some. Wait, no.
I'm there. Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
I've calmed down.
We don't really.
Okay. What
We don't really
are
know
they
what's
calming
going
down?
on.
They calming down? Has this shaken them out of their
Oh yeah, no,
alarm?
they are shooketh.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn back to him and say one last time. Do you guys want to deal with this, or do you want us to deal with it? Because what you do in your town is your business, but we can provide transport and safe removal of this magical creature.
Awesome. Salamander.
Salamander.
You guys are right, and just like you should hand him a couple gold pieces.
Yeah.
When you come back
I
up.
thought so.
But like, so I'm gonna offer that. Like, do you have any input on like the offer we're giving them to take care of this? Take care of the.
I'm still trying to convince the kid just to like let me hold it. So
As you ask them what's going on, Osmond steps forward. He's like, "This is my boy. I'll handle this." And he just kind of like motions for you to step away.
We do.
He kneels down to Laszlo, and he says, he puts his hand on Laszlo's shoulder. He says, "Son, I know that you've been taking care of this thing for a while. I wish I had seen it sooner, but it's causing problems for everybody. You can't be stealing. I get what you're trying to do. It's for a good cause, because you got a good heart. But going about it this way just isn't right. It's not right." He's some water. But I see how attached you are to this thing. And I've seen that you're not going to let it go anytime soon. He turns up and he stands up and he faces the sheriff. He says, "Sheriff, I'll pay for all the damages myself. He's my boy, my responsibility. I gotta pay for it. I'll take responsibility for the whole thing." He's like, "Dad, no. You can't do that." He says, "I have to.
Because you did this.
As a man, that's what I have to do. I have to be responsible for my actions. And that involves being responsible for you." I ain't gonna be gone per se. I'll be right over there in the jailhouse, but somebody's gotta take responsibility for all this, and no way am I gonna let it be you.
Wait, jail?
Oh, right. He was saying he'd take the hit for going to jail instead of the kid going.
How old is the kid?
6.
I grappled a 6-year-old.
Could I ask the sheriff?
you?
Is there,
No, that's alright.
is there anything that could be done that would result in nobody going to jail?
Sheriff, would
You
you
can
like...
pay for all the rations that have been
How much?
stolen.
How much money do you want? Because the rest of your town apparently wants a lot of money. What was the reward you were going to give us?
Well, the reward I was gonna give you was about 1,000 gold. That ain't happening anymore.
So, if you don't give us the reward money and you use that to purchase new
Who's not gonna give it
rations,
to us anyway?
does nobody have to go to jail?
It sounds like I'm going to come back to this town and take the money.
Wait, no, hold on. Why are we not getting the reward? We found who did it. We did exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, but we don't
It was
want
per se. If you wanted to help pay so that way Austen doesn't have to go to jail here, then
Okay, so
the
yeah.
thousand I pay you, I will keep.
Okay, yeah, no, okay. That
There'd be
makes...
an additional 1,000 to pay for what the kid stole.
Alright, Austin, have fun in jail. We're gonna go. See you later.
No, it's like, okay, how long is this kid going to be in jail? That's the real
The kid's not
question.
going to jail. How long is Austin gonna be in
Mission
jail?
statement.
Could
What?
we?
Pause says, mission statement.
Mission statement.
Sorry, we're closed. Mission statement.
Oh, sorry, we're closed. Oh, yeah, we can. I guess we have the money for that. Should we?
Mission statement.
What is our mission statement?
Objective.
Objective?
Now we're playing charades with odds.
What is it, boy?
Could we?
You have a notepad.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Can I just write it down? What is close to what you're doing in this world?
We're
Closing
helping
portals.
people.
I don't know.
We're helping people.
Oh,
Could
okay.
we?
So we help people, and we do it for free because Simon will pay us well when we get back home.
No, I was joking. We're not gonna let any of these people go to jail.
So, I have a question.
I'll go to jail and
Could
then
we-
break out.
Could we retcon that we didn't put that money in the bank and we have it with us right now?
No,
No.
Dang.
no. We're gonna.
We can just tell them that
We write a check.
we can send them the money.
So okay, it's like, hey, Osmond, if you don't go to jail, how long will it take you to repay, of your wages, the money?
Wages.
What if we do half?
Because that's what I'm saying is well, that's what we're doing because it's 2,000 gold. Because if he keeps the reward, then it's going to be another 1,000 gold to replace all the food that was stolen.
I give him the 85 gold I have on me right now. That's all I have right now.
Osman just kind of looks at the other and says,
I pull out the
Y'all-
83 gold I still have too.
y'all really don't have to do this.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep him out. We're gonna like forego our reward either way to keep him out of jail. The paying everything back is probably gonna end up just being on him, unless we can.
Oh no, it's like if you forego the 1,000, he still goes to jail just for half the time.
Okay, how much time?
Is there any way we can keep him out of jail?
No.
This is what we want.
We send the kid to
It's
jail. That's how.
you pay the entire amount of what was stolen.
Okay, so is there anything else you
We
guys
can
need
go-
done?
Go back to headquarters, get the money we have there, send it back to them.
Yeah, it would
They
get back by the time he
have
gets out of jail.
It wouldn't take that long. It didn't take us that long.
He'd be in jail until he receives the payment.
That's what
Yeah, but like, that's better than being in jail for however long.
I mean, it was a day's travel from base 1 to here.
Oh,
So he's just gonna be in jail for like 2 days, as opposed to.
do we really want to
several
spend
months.
all of our money on this situation?
I still got the 80. If as long I still have the 83 I have.
Osmond,
Like that money's gonna stay
How
in the
much
bank. We're not gonna
time,
use
or
it.
the sheriff, how much time will he be in jail?
The week worth of rations gone? At least 2 years. Look, man, I don't know shit about anything.
I'm writing down. I'm already writing the IOU to
So-
give them.
Could we
Inflation.
just bring rations? Could we go get some and bring them? Could we like contact our organization, get some funds, go get some rations, bring them back?
We got 1,300 in the bank right now.
Yeah,
Just
we can go
Yeah,
do
we
that.
pay them. We
Let's
don't
do
have.
that.
Why don't we just subsidize this?
It would
Why-
take way longer to do that than it would
Okay,
to send the money.
don't do that.
Why don't we just subsidize
Like,
this
what are we
under the
gonna- what are we
company
gonna
and
use
just
the
like
money
say,
for? It's just
hey,
gonna
Do
sit in the
our
bank.
company will pay for this.
Okay.
I can pull some strings if I have to.
I mean, we can also just say that, like, we can convince Simon to do it because we did lose some of the food on the way here. We just give them money for that food and then have it go to the stolen rations.
Okay, let's do that. And then can I ask the sheriff about the fireworm? What's gonna happen with the fireworm?
He's gonna kill it.
If we leave it here, the fireworm dies.
So you have to take it from the kid who's still holding it, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, no, kid's still holding it. You're
I just want the
telling it.
sheriff to say it out loud.
Why don't we just
Like,
take
Sheriff?
the kid?
That's not happening.
I just want to say, sheriff, what's gonna happen with the fireworm?
That thing's a danger. If it stays here too long, it's gonna grow up, and then it's gonna be a menace. Who knows what it's capable of?
It's capable of being ridden by me into battle.
So what are you gonna do?
I was gonna kill it.
Okay.
But Austin thinks of it and says, let the boy keep it. And the sheriff just turns to him and is like,
Nope.
excuse me?
What?
What?
And Laszlo also looks at me and says, what? And Osmond says, Osmond's voice has changed every single time I've spoken to him. He's been doing a pretty good job of taking care of it up to this point. It doesn't-
By
I never said he was doing the most ethical thing.
dealing.
Yeah.
He's been taking care of it. It's not dead, nor has it ever caused problems, because if it's been the way that I've known about it, and it's been in that furnace for like the entire time he's had it, there's never been, it hasn't caused any problems yet. He can work to take care of it himself. He'll work on his own, and he'll pay for rations just like everyone else. He'll be responsible for it entirely. The sheriff says, y'all really gonna you really want me to believe that, Osmond? And Osmond just looks the sheriff dead in the eye and he says, yes. What do y'all do?
I'm gonna go ahead and still, I have 82? I'm gonna go ahead and still give him like 40 of my gold to pay for the first couple of rounds of rations. Because I've already realized we're not gonna convince him to part with it.
Can we
Yeah.
convince the sheriff to like let him out on parole? Because I mean, he is the deputy after all.
We
Yeah, so-
already decided once we get back to headquarters, we're sending them.
Yeah, but
we're
for at
getting
least,
Simon to pay
a
for
couple
it.
of days that it's gonna take, or just be
Any
like,
day.
2 days, like that's not
A day to
big
get
deal.
back and then a day to send the money.
Yeah. Like we're already talking him out of, a year and almost 2 years. I think he'll be fine for 2 days. We don't if we push our luck, we're gonna lose stuff.
I'm gonna say, Sheriff, are you gonna let the kid keep his friend?
That's for y'all. Like, y'all.
We
Basically, I'm
haven't
saying
decided?
y'all pick a side. That's basically what this is.
Well,
So is the side we're picking? Do we let the kid keep the worm, or do we take it so it doesn't get killed?
It's not gonna get killed. That's the thing. Like,
Okay, so the
that's
sheriff
what we decided. The sheriff's not going to kill the worm.
is that decided?
Like this is a Life is Strange moment of time has paused. It's either Sheriff's way or Osmond's way.
So
Whoa.
well, like,
No,
honestly,
There's
I'm
no
definitely siding
scenario
with the
where
worm
we
not
take
being
it
dead.
sounds like if we take it, then there's no chance of it getting killed. But if we leave it, there is a chance of it being killed. But
Mhm.
Osmond will be on our side. Will be even further indebted to us. At the same time, I don't like it. I'll leave
Your
that.
actions will have consequences.
Dang.
Yeah, well, our actions already have a ton of consequences, and the fact that we can't even buy anything.
The sheriff will remember
We
this.
never will be able to buy anything as
No, see, we're gonna
over
get
inflation.
It's Simon. Not in this town. There are other towns. We can go.
Yeah,
buy
and they're all in the middle of this crisis, and we're gonna have even less money.
You don't know that.
Oh no, we've decided not to pull from our bank. We're gonna get Simon to pay for it using company money.
So okay, so we are
Yeah.
subsidizing it. Like I was.
Okay.
And I was saying we can convince him by saying we should probably compensate for the stuff we lost,
In that case,
and then toss
Alright.
a little
Are we
extra
taking
to
it or
pay
not?
for some.
Screw the kid. Take the fucking salamander.
I'm raising
Give
it.
him like some money.
It's going to be my
Oh,
baby.
excuse me.
I wanted to ride it.
I'm fine.
I want to ride it someday. If you want to raise it,
It's a
I get to
fucking
use this
sister
amount.
That's up to Riley, if you can ride it or not.
I can ride it.
That's up to Riley.
No, you don't get to just say I can ride it.
I will grapple it.
It could live in my hair.
Yeah, until it gets too late for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
my hair's
do it.
made of
We're
fire.
taking it. We're taking the worm. We're like, hey,
I feel like
Osmond.
that's the best scenario because I
Here.
feel like the sheriff will.
I'm gonna go over to
Try
Osmond
to
and be
kill
like,
it.
listen, I appreciate that you're trying to look out for your boy, and odds are we'll be back around this town in the future. And when we come back around, he'll get to see the worm, or he'll get to see Cinder.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, until an emotion at the sheriff, gets in a better mood, I think it would be best for all parties involved if we gave Cinder a little bit of fresh air.
Osmond just kind of hangs his head and he says, "You're right. I'm sorry. That was a foolish idea to suggest the boy keep it." And at this point, Laszlo's just kind of crying again.
It's like, and I'll do I need to explain it to Laszlo, or does he
No,
get
he
the idea?
understands.
Can I
Okay.
crouch in front of him and I would be like, I'm really sorry that your friend has to leave you now, but we will be back and
We'll
I'll bring
bring
him
him
to visit you. I promise.
Someday, maybe you'll be able to give him back.
So can I hold out my hands and be like, can I hold him?
I'm taking him now.
Holding implies you're going to give it back. The point of this is it's ours now.
I'd like to
I'll bring him to
stealthily.
visit.
Not
I'd like to
can I
take
hold
it
him,
from his
can
hand
I
without him
have him?
noticing.
Yeah.
No.
Sleight of hand check.
No.
It steals the worm, runs away.
He looks at Cinder. Tears just flowing from his eyes. He gives Cinder a kiss. He puts Cinder in your. He whispers something to Cinder. Gives it to you, and then he runs back inside.
cast a little like fire in my hands.
You burn
To the
the
buddy.
fireworm and it dies.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
It takes 1d4 fire damage. It only has 1 HP.
It can't deal with magical fire, only real fire.
All right.
Right. So now you
It's
have
little fire.
now you have Cinder.
You have a pet now. Cinder the fireworm.
Yay! And now we have to feed the pet.
I put it in
Yeah.
my hair.
Now we have to
You have a
pay for
hat.
this pet that you guys
I'm
are
not
so
wearing it
adamant
right now.
about
I took it
taking
off,
from this
remember?
No,
poor
the Cinder
child.
fireworm is now a hat.
Oh, it's now a hat.
It is larger than your head.
It's
I
like a
don't hear
headband. My
It just
head.
kind of flops over your head because it's still a living worm, and then it just kind of slithers off your head.
Okay, never mind. I just hold it then.
Do you have food for it? You should give it some food.
Well, I gave it some food from my backpack.
All right.
Now we have to feed it an entire town's worth, week's rations every 2 months. Oh my god, what have you done?
And that's only gonna get to be bigger.
Anyway, eventually
The
it'll be
bigger
able
it
to
gets,
hunt.
the more it eats.
No, it wasn't a week's worth of rations.
In 2 months, that's what he got.
It was over that period of time that a week's rations disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
every
entire
The
so
way,
over the
okay,
course
the
of
way
2
y'all said it
months-
made me think that he fed the
That's
thing
not
in a
much
single day a week's worth of rations.
No.
That's not much food at all.
Yeah.
For the whole town.
It was a week's worth of rations for the whole town. It was 2,000 gold worth of food in 2 months. That means we need to net 1,000 worth
We
of
need
gold
to
per
budget
month.
1,000 gold for this thing a month now. When it gets bigger, that's gonna be a bigger number.
You can just eat things on the road, you know?
We'll sell
There
it
you go.
back to the sheriff.
Fucking.
You know we got really high persuasion.
We're just gonna have to do a lot of convincing.
This is the
Simon.
slicer of I'm go. It's just like, god damn it.
I'll intimidate the sheriff.
No, we're
someday.
just gonna have to have a sit down with Simon and not only convince him to pay for their food, but also convince him to pay for this pet.
If there's anyone in this group who can do it, it's me.
Oh.
It's my chosen time.
I'm the closest to
Okay.
Simon. I spent 3 years studying with him.
Ooh.
Oh, you don't know.
Looks like we never shared
Oh, I don't
backstories.
Yeah, you didn't.
Traveled with him for 10 years.
Damn.
After fighting with him for 10 years in a war. I've known him since I was like 6 years old. And I'm 47. Wow, I've been traveling with him for 3 years.
No, I've been traveling for more than 3,
Oh.
but since the portal's open, I've spent pretty much all my time
Yeah.
Is
studying.
there
Me
anything
too.
else?
No, it's alright.
No?
Alright.
Nothing else.
Sweet.
It's
See?
good.
Sheriff takes
Good memes.
Osmond to jail.
God damn it.
No, 2 days. He's got to be in jail for 2 days.
I'll tell him, like, as Osmond leaves, I just, like, I put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, don't worry, we'll be back very shortly.
He gives you like a side smile, and as he turns back and just walks with the sheriff back to the
Turns out
jailhouse.
it takes us a week to get this started.
You message, no, we use up the Stone of Far speech to, like, wait, why? Do they not have one of those in this town?
With Simon?
No, a Stone of Far speech, though.
They gotta be links to specific other stones, right?
You don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
They definitely don't have
Can
one
we
for
ask the
Simon.
sheriff, it's like, do you guys have a Stone of Far speech?
We have one with us for
No, the sheriff.
to talk to Simon. Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, we have one for Simon.
Yeah, we have one to talk to Simon.
Why
Y'all
don't-
have one for Simon.
What?
We don't have one for
You said
Simon.
we did.
No, I said y'all have one for Simon.
That's what
Yeah,
we're
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so why don't we just call Simon on this thing and have him send the money? Instead of taking the trip back there.
Actually, as you think to do that, you actually hear from your Stone of Far speech. Alpha Squad, come in, Alpha Squad.
Yes,
Yes,
Simon. Is this Simon?
Yeah, it's me.
Simon says.
I think we just made a breakthrough. I need y'all to come back as soon as possible.
Conveniently enough, we have to go back. Hey, can you send some money?
What?
We-
Money?
Simon, listen, buddy. We got ourselves into a
But that
situation.
can wait. I think we have a way to close the portals.
Simon,
No, shut the fuck up! You said portals.
Simon, we're on our way back.
As he says that, fade to black.
Simon, you mother.
I
Put the phone down.
No, fade to black. The episode's over. That was
You're right.
No, that's how you started it. That's how you started that.
Simon, you motherfucker, fade to black. Nice. Okay.
No, I was just gonna add, as soon as he
No,
heard,
it's
well,
fade
wait
from-
to close the portals,
no.
Lance was gonna snatch the phone.
Marshall.
Oh,
And be
Fade
like,
from
no, this
black.
is way more important. Fuck
fade
the
from
mic.
black.
Fade from black. Simon, you motherfucker.
Yeah, the post-credit scene. Simon, you motherfucker. Hangs up rock.
It's like, we found a way to close the portals. You like jump for the phone. Dun, 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 dun.
Jumper code, freeze frame, fade to black.
Ra, la, la.